On this episode of the podcast, we watched Handshakers.
More like head shaker, SMH.
What a total heartbreaker.
Let's hold hands, guys.
But I don't feel a connection to you.
Wow! You know what? I'm gonna hold hands with Wad then.
Do it. I'll call you
I don't
guys.
want to do it either.
I'll call you guys some sort of
Are you
slur.
guys gonna hold hands against me?
No. There will be no
I'm
hold
just putting
hand.
my hand in my pocket, so I know.
I'll
I
put
hold
my hand in my pants.
I'm gonna claim your pocket. Gonna put my hand in your pocket. Hi, and welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, Sigurd. We're here with the Daijo crew on episode 10, Handshakers. With me are my ever so, comfortable boon companions.
for now.
For now, I guess, yeah. With me the first year.
Wah, the human.
Am I supposed to go next? You're going to introduce me.
I'm not going to introduce you.
Oh, well, I am the god of destruction, brave King Genesis Gao Julian Gar.
Oh, Gao Julian Gar.
Well,
Nice.
now my titles seem puny.
You mean
Just like a human.
You mean like Joanne?
Yeah, I'm Joanne.
Joanne.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Joanne.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yoroshiku.
So on this podcast, what we do is we watch generally not so well received anime or what people consider bad anime, and we give it a go. A lot of people usually drop these, and our hope is to be able to finish them for you, tell you about them, see what you missed, and let you know if maybe you should have gone back to it.
Shout out to the No Drop Master Race.
Yep, shout-outs, because every final episode review on Reddit, I now salute as well, as we have survived the likes of Bloodivore. The community does respect that.
Bloodivore.
Scarred Rider Zex was on that list as well. So shout-outs to that community.
We only pick winners here at Daijo Crew.
Yeah, like B Project.
Sure, we don't watch it live with you guys. We just watch it after you guys and marathon it.
Yeah. All right. So how about he says, well, I marathon it because I'm usually the last one to finish. But,
Yeah, it's like you weren't even done today.
It's like you.
yeah, totally. Like I was not even close to being done today. But yeah. How about we kick off and go straight into it? Straight and narrow path, single-minded, single gear. The next part of this podcast, what we like to call a little segment called "What Happened?" So yeah, I guess I'll just go right through it.
Will you now?
Yeah, I'll try at least. So this anime starts with our young protagonist, Tazuna Takatsuki. I believe I say it, Tazuna Takatsuki. He seems to be kind of like a plain Jane, brown-haired, bright-eyed young youth who has an old soul, in a sense. His biggest hobby, I would say, is fixing old technology, is what he said.
I feel like any technology.
Any technology, I mean, like, definitely in this anime, he just
If
can
it
fix
has
anything.
pedals and gears, I think he can fix it.
If it's inorganic, you might be able to do something.
And so with that kind of stuff, we're introduced already into probably what we considered like his best friend, the student class president. I didn't remember her name, though.
Needy Hojo.
Needy?
Lily?
Okay, because she needed a lot from him like throughout this whole anime.
You mean
But
from
yeah.
her little brother?
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Lily Hojo comes up and says like, hey, you helped fix my MP3 player. Thank you so much. And this is kind of already establishing tropes and characters very quickly. So from that, we already know that Tazuna is a young, brainy little kid who likes to fix old stuff. And he says that it's because he's found like a sort of peace with being able to bring old things back to life in a sense.
He love helping people.
Yeah, he's a good kid, all of a sudden we're kind of thrusted into a situation where on his way to help a professor from a university.
Oh yeah, so I guess a professor. I guess his name was Professor
Makihara. Yeah. And on his way there, he fixes a car just because that's not really old technology, but I mean it's something you can fix.
telling you, man,
It's
he
pretty
can
damn impressive.
he can fix whatever.
And so fixes a car, gets inside. And he flashes by some people. Looks like they're in hospital beds. And we get to learn a little bit about his past at that moment, as he has a flashback where he was holding the hand of a young girl who turns out to be his sister. She doesn't look like she's doing too well, as mostly people in
Because she's
hospital
in the
beds.
hospital bed.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, anyone on life support probably isn't doing too well.
Yeah, probably not. And she.
If your first introduction is in a hospital, you're not in the best
You're
condition.
probably not going to. I mean, especially if you go back to Lost Raj, it's like.
Yeah, have you ever seen anyone in a hospital bed? Someone in an anime who was introduced in a hospital bed, like making it out well?
No,
Can you guys think of one?
Well, Senna and Big Order kind of made it out well, a little bit.
Did anyone make it out of there?
We
In
don't know.
the next universe it did, or something.
Well, hold on. If we go back to something like Code Geass, though, not Lelouch, but Suzaku, didn't he start in the hospital too?
I've never seen Code
No, I think
Geass.
you're confusing Suzaku with
Nunnally?
Nunnally. Nunnally was kind of blind and crippled and...
I mean,
Well,
she was a
she's
small
not-
girl, and Suzaku was definitely not a small girl.
Yeah, are you confusing the two? Are you confusing a long, lanky man for a crippled lady?
A long, lanky man that can spin kick. He can do the Tatsumaki Sambuya pretty well.
Very well, actually.
Anyways,
It's
thanks, Julian. As a Ryu main, I know you would know.
I'm not a Ryu main. I just play Ryu because it's all I have available to me.
All right. So, Tazuna remembers the fact that, his last moments were with his sister, holding her hand as she was comforted by his presence there. And then as he moves right next to the next room, there happens to be another little girl who has maybe the same haircut style, not the same hair color, but the same haircut style as his little sister. And as he looks over her body, his hand kind of goes near her hand, and her comatose body kind of grabs at it. We get some kind of special effects. We find out her name is Koyori. And she comes back to life, and Makihara.
I think the correct term is waking from her coma. The whole thing
Okay,
she was
I'm
dead.
Yeah.
She wasn't dead.
He's not that good at fixing things.
It's a Prince Charming effect, Instead of kissing her, he grabbed her hand.
Shake her hand. Well,
Just-
she shook his hand, to be honest.
Yeah, which is impressive if you think about it. Her
Yeah.
body knew there was a hand there. She just went for it. She does the polite power move. You go for the handshake.
I really want to make a good impression on this man I've never seen before who's watching over my sleeping body.
Exactly.
Allow me to shake your hand.
Grab
I am
the hand
Koyori.
tight and pull forward. The power
Pull forward. Yep, you got to do the Trump handshake, And so Makihara bursts into the room, and he's super excited, and he's like, Tazuna, you awoken Koyori. This is great.
You can truly fix anything.
Yeah, you're a god, And he's startled, so he's about to let go of her hand, and he grasps that hand. He's like, no,
No.
you need to hold that for the rest of your life, because if you don't hold that hand, she's gonna die.
Very, very crazy illness.
Yeah, which is healed by holding of hands. Like that alliteration. Anyways, Makihara is going through explanations of how his presence have brought her there, and that he needs to be able to watch over her now, as she is very weak, and again re-explaining that their hand holding is what keeps her going. And suddenly the world kind of shifts in a sense, and then chains start flooding out of everywhere like it's the gates of Babylon.
Some beautiful CG chains.
I think you're not using...
Debatable.
Beautiful isn't the word I would use.
I mean, already,
Oh, it isn't, huh?
already from the if I have to go back to the beginning shots of this anime, there's a ton of fisheye, and the animation's already messing with my eyes because there's just way too much CG. And then the chain started bursting out. I'm like, this is fitting because this world already looks messed up.
It's very jarring, and I am okay with this.
Yeah, I guess this is just the way the world is. And bursting into the scene is this punk rock dude with some girl that's bound and moaning constantly, and he just looks at Tazuna and is like, I have to beat you, and Tazuna has no explanation of what's going on whatsoever.
He's just here.
And he's
Koyori can't talk.
Koyori can't talk.
The other girl
Makihara,
is moaning.
yeah, girl's moaning. Makihara's gone. It's not even in the hospital anymore.
Yeah, they ran around.
And he's just like, okay, we gotta run. But Coyote can't run, so he has to piggyback her, you know? And then Chain's just left, right, left, up, down, everywhere.
Sideways.
Diagonals.
And Punk Rock guy, we find out his name is what? Break. And what's the girl's name?
Bind?
Bind.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bind,
Break and Bind. Bind is bounded, and the more she...
Oh, this is going to get confusing.
the more she moans, the more chains come out. And so Break does everything he can to, like, I don't know, like, break her. So he's like pulling the chains in, stepping on her.
Where is he stepping on her?
The cooch.
Oh my.
And, like, it's just...
Whoa.
I mean, this is a very interesting first episode.
Is he grinding on it? Or?
Okay, well, so I'm not going to go into the details.
Hey, I'm trying to paint a picture for the listeners, you know.
You take your word picture elsewhere.
What's also interesting is the Bind, the girl that's moaning, she's actually voiced by the same voice actress that's Mio from K-On!
Yeah. So if you've ever...
The one girl with lightning powers? An index?
Nope.
No. I'm pretty sure that's Mio.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just know I heard that rumor.
You can have that mental image in your mind now.
Yeah, I guess so. Some people...
What, Mio moaning?
Yeah?
Yes?
Thanks, Wall. I'm not sure who Mio is because you guys telling me that's not Mio, but whatever.
All right. Please don't say you are lazy. That's all right? So anyways...
Please be lazy and don't act upon this.
So Kazuna starts running away, and Break is not happy about it. Literally tells him, I hate people like you who just run away. But honestly, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, just shut up and die.
You got a sick child on your back. You're a child yourself. But he does notice that, one, he is way more athletic than he should be at the moment.
Beefy.
And he, too, needs to get out of very congested areas and get into an open space. When he finally comes upon that is when we start to learn the rules of what's going on. Break explains that they are in the ziggurat. The ziggurat is a separate world dimension where you got fish floating to paint the battlefield area. And
lots of things to paint the battlefield area.
A lot of CG effects. It's like being in a bubble. And they're both in the bubble.
It's like Dragon Ball AF with all the palette swaps, except the palette swaps aren't static. They're so dynamic and things just keep on changing.
It just keeps going. The other thing is the fact that the chains that he's fighting with are called like Nimrod or something.
That's his Nimrod.
And I don't understand why you would call your power your Nimrod, unless it's like stupid broken, you know, like, oh man, my power's so retarded good that I'm
can't say that on the radio.
My Nimrod is invincible.
Yeah, my Nimrod has Nimrod strength. You know?
Well, you see, Nimrod isn't quite what you think it is.
No?
Nimrod was either
You're
like
Nimrod.
the grandson or great grandson or some sort of relative of Noah, I think it was.
Wait, so it's
From
biblical?
Noah Ark?
Wait, it's biblical?
Yeah, it's a biblical thing, and he was a great hunter. He was good at hunting stuff. You know, he hunted.
Uh-huh.
And little old Bugs Bunny, you know, being the sarcastic asshole he is, started calling Elmer a Nimrod. Because he was, like, you know, mockingly, like, hey, great hunter. And so people thought that term just meant idiot. And that's what happened.
Wait, so...
But it does not mean idiot. It was someone's name.
he was calling Elmer Fudd a Nimrod because Elmer
not
Fudd
a
was
Nimrod, but he was calling him Nimrod.
calling him Nimrod the actual name because he was a hunter.
Yes.
How do you know this?
Yeah, I was going to question, how do you know that?
How do you know this?
I'm going to say from Reddit.
Oh, well, thank you, Reddit.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time.
TIL.
That was a fact I learned before. And then...
It refreshes your memory.
Doing some Yahoo Answer stuff.
Oh, okay.
That refreshed my
We'll
memory.
get into that a little later then. So
Yeah, I was just spending my free time on Saturday night just cruising Yahoo Answers.
You go to this bar and have trivia nights.
I mean, you were the hero that the Yahoo Answers people are looking for then. You know,
I'm not
they just
answering
throw the
anything.
question out there and they're like, I hope someone is bored on a Saturday night and can answer my question.
I'm not your man.
All right. So, yeah, I guess, well, they're called Nimrods maybe because they're hunting each other to fight. And if you defeat the other person, because they're called handshakers. handshakers
Be
because
couples.
yeah, couples that hold hands, not shaking them though.
They're kind of shaking with fear, you know.
Well,
If I had
Tazuna
that many
definitely
chains
was.
coming at me and there was a chick lying on the floor just be like, ooh, and this dude was like stepping on her, I would be terrified.
Yeah, like God, Tanashi. So,
Whoa.
yeah, it was.
What's so fun about getting stepped on?
You're gonna have to ask
You
very
probably
specific
have guys stepped on
people.
in the right way.
All right. Anyways, so
That's my fetish.
while Tazuna is getting all of this information thrown at him, he starts having a persona moment where, you know, I am thou and thou art I. You have reached the levels of heaven. I shall give you
Welcome
strength.
to 1-800 God hotline.
Yeah.
Come and meet me.
Come, literally,
Meet sexy God
Get-
on your...
get strong. Meet me. Catch me outside. As you take on other people, I will give you power.
Get good, noob.
I'm on the Tower of Babel.
We'll grant you a wish.
Yeah, we'll grant you a wish if you meet me. And he hears this all in his head. And then all of a sudden, his Nimrod. I'm sorry, that's really killing me that they're called Nimrods.
Did call it power then.
Yeah, no,
No,
you
man,
gotta,
what?
gotta stay true. You gotta stay true. So he summons his Nimrod, and it's multiple gears that like float.
Oh, because he fixed things.
Yeah, he's a mechanical kind of guy, and I guess it's a manifestation of something that he enjoys. And with this, he's able to build. I don't know, kind of it's like Gaara. You know how Gaara used sand to do whatever he wanted? He uses
Yeah, gears and sands are very alike.
Well, I mean, when you have a bunch of them, and so he makes a shell, and then there's a bunch of explanation of why Break needs to. Why would you call yourself Break and Binded?
Bind.
There's so many.
Bind Dominator.
Yeah, dominate. Anyways, he's trying to break through. While Tazuna is coming to the realization that he needs to be the one to protect Koyori because she has nothing, and he has these gears. So he manifests out of everything he could make out of his gears.
Like a car? You
Yeah,
make
you can
a car?
make a car, a tank, anything. He makes a sword.
Swords
gear
are cool.
sword.
I mean, hey, you know.
To fight millions of chains. What do you mean so?
Hey, it's still cool. Jeez.
Yeah, I guess we just have to go for the cool factor.
Yeah, if you used a bunch of pork swords to make a sword, like
Yeah.
that's a cool sword.
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah, man. Especially if it's huge and girthy.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, that's Julian's forte. Don't give him a small sword. He needs a big girthy
You
one
need a big girthy pork sword.
because he plays Dark Knight. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
The edge calls.
Tazuna comes straight at Break, smacks him with the sword. And so I mean, he built up his
Smacks him
resolve.
good.
Yeah, he like right through him. The ziggurat disappears. Break is laying down hurt. Bind is not being bounded anymore. And Makihara is like, hey dude, it's gonna be okay because if you're hurt in the ziggurat, it doesn't kill you.
Oh, so there was no danger for Tazuna and Koyori at all?
Not at all, apparently.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
So later on, we find out, Makihara does explain, however, that Koyori, because of the fact that she needs to stay holding hands with Tazuna, will have to live with Tazuna.
Oh boy.
And this is interesting because, I mean, if you're a small child, how do you explain
Small
having...
child. I'm pretty sure he was in high school.
I don't know, that kid was small.
Hey, everyone was small with big old heads.
Okay, true. They were very chibi. All right, so either way, he was a
Very.
young adult having to explain to his parents by Makihara saying that Koyori was a exchange student from Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil?
Brazil
yes,
es primero uno.
a very Brazilian name. Koyori.
Koyori Akutagawa.
Thank you for
Very-
saying that last name because that wouldn't have come out of my mouth. So, the parents just... I mean, they just lost their daughter earlier. Not earlier that day or anything, but they just lost their daughter.
Very
But they are
recently.
very happy-go-lucky people and absolutely okay that their young son is just holding on to the hand of this Brazilian girl and gonna teach her how to live, from showering to how to eat and all these other things.
Showering, you say?
Well, there was a shower scene, and
I am glad they got that out of the way in episode 1.
yeah,
2? 1.
Two.
it,
Two.
it was in 2.
It was really quick.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, look, this is what's gonna happen, and we wash each other's backs,
And we sit in a tub together.
Yeah.
All right.
Think about our siblings.
Look over here for 3 seconds so I can take off my shirt. 1, 2, 3. All right. Back holding hands.
Yeah. And so, like, it's just, from there, it becomes kind of a slice of life of Tazuna helping Koyori learn how to be human, in a sense.
Yeah, because she forgot everything.
And then,
I don't know if you've ever been in a coma, but sometimes it's hard to remember.
Time change.
and, yeah, there were no cell phones before or something. I'm just kidding. But either way, Makihara is able to explain to Tazuna a little bit more that, like, they're able to not hold hands as often the longer that she stays with Tazuna, as she's slowly, progressively getting better.
Oh, you told me her battery life increases.
Yeah, her, like,
Well, that's
the
like
opposite of the
how
iPhone.
batteries.
Oh wow, we both went there. Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
because my iPhone like dies so quickly now that I've had it for so long.
Eh.
This podcast not brought to you by iPhones.
Or batteries.
I won't say a single good thing about any company except Final Fantasy XIV Square
Oh
Enix.
my god, okay. Anyways.
I love you guys.
Sponsor us, please. Anyways.
You don't have to do anything. Just keep on making your good game.
So, as they're slice of lifing it up, their next battle kind of comes out of nowhere when a small looking lolly girl and a tall man, their name is Chizuru and Hayate, come about them, meet them, and then fight them, right?
Well, so the thing about that is the car in the first episode where Tazuna fixed is actually their car, and they said, "Hey,
That's why they knew them.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, we want to repay you for fixing our car."
Suit.
By fighting you?
Suit.
Well,
By fighting you?
First they treat him out to dinner,
Food, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first food.
Because she owns like
And then
the
they're like,
fancy
"Hey,
restaurant.
thanks for
She's like
the-
a manager or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from corporate.
She's corporate and
She is
she's a small
the
child.
lolliest
Though.
girl.
Yeah,
She is not a small child.
She looks
She's a
like-
grown woman who will get mad if you say she's in her 30s, but
no.
also
she'll get
mad if you call her a middle schooler.
Little 5. Well, I mean, everyone else is calling her a kindergartner. Her subordinate, who's a very, very soft, sensitive, mindful guy.
Suit.
Very
Why do you
apologetic.
keep saying that?
Because he has a tick in his speech
And
where
it's
he
suit?
ends all of his sentences with suit.
Well, it's better than saying if it meshes or not, which is
no.
Tazuna's tick. This doesn't mesh, or this meshes. You know.
That's his catchphrase, not
Yeah,
his
Got
exactly.
tick.
meshed together.
So Hayate's
You know,
thing
Gumshoe
is suit.
from the Phoenix Wright anime also
Gumshoe.
said suit.
Suit.
I don't know what it is. I don't know much about that.
Maybe it's a dialect.
I think so.
Anyways, so after Koyori finds out the deliciousness of parfait,
They are so good. Have you ever had a parfait?
I haven't
love
yet.
parfaits
You know
now.
what? After this podcast, we're gonna go get ourselves a parfait.
Let's get some crepes instead.
We can get crepes
We can
and
get
parfait.
both. Yeah.
Let's get corn cocktails.
Why not?
What the hell is a coin cocktail?
That's what the name of the restaurant they at was.
Oh, that's right. I'm like, why did that sound familiar?
so
Or something like that. Corn something.
And so, after their meal and their pleasant exchange and talking about Chizuru's background and how she's Gary Coleman, where she is what? It's the truth. She's Gary Coleman, small child body, but she's an adult. She constantly comments on how cute Tazuna and Koyori are, and how close they seem since they keep on holding hands. And this is when they realize, hey, we're gonna fight you now because we're handshakers too.
Oh no.
And I mean, like,
You tricked us.
yeah, their powers are kind of cool. I forgot their like names for Shadow Blade and
Shadow Dagger and Shadow Blade.
yeah, Shadow Blade and Shadow Dagger. But she has like a giant
Shuriken.
ninja star. Yeah,
I think she has like
she has Sasuke.
Well, no, she have 2 dagger, but she combined them into like
Yes,
a
that is
windmill
it.
shuriken. Yeah.
Yeah, she has the windmill shuriken.
Shuriken.
yeah,
Ah.
and Tazuna has a giant sword.
Tazuna has a giant sword?
Yeah, he has his gear sword.
What about the other dude?
I
Does he
think
have?
also
Hayate also has a giant sword.
Is it a giant sword?
Yes.
That's a sword.
All right,
a
you know,
blade.
the way
If
he
there's the-
used it, I thought it was like a motorboat engine.
Yeah, because I mean, like, just
That
like
has blades on it too, doesn't it?
True. And intuitively, if you have a sword, the way Hayate was getting around was stabbing a sword into the ground, pulling forward, and zooming off.
I'm pretty sure he had it on his back. Just like the engine of a motorboat.
Really? I swear to God, he was just
I
like a
think you're
lever.
thinking of Tazuna.
Okay, it's sometimes hard to follow because there's a
the
lot of
CG
CG
was
and then
everywhere.
the camera didn't move constantly.
Yeah. So
Either way, they move a lot.
there's a lot of fighting. Chizuru shows that her ninja skills are pretty legit. She even does Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah. All
But
kinds of
that's
bunchin.
also her weakness because Tazuna, like most protagonists, have the power of togetherness.
And then attack them all together at
Yeah,
once.
he just destroyed. He bodied them. She got clapped. All right. So, when he destroys, I think he won by beating Chizuru. Right? Chizuru's
he
making
beat,
her losing her will to fight. No.
He beat Hayate because he was just like, "Hey, this is a man-on-man fight. Let's finish this," and then he stabbed him.
Oh.
Yeah,
ooh.
they were falling down the building. And
Oh
then just-
yeah, from
Bob.
the sky, and then Bob Hayate as well.
I'm pretty sure Hayate threw Chizuru like away,
To the side,
yeah,
yeah, so
like-
she wouldn't get hurt.
yeah.
And so, after that happens, we kind of learn that Chizuru had a dream, and that just as you lose in the ziggurat, you also lose your handshaker's ability, like the power to be a handshaker. This has
You
implications.
mean I can't shake anyone's hands anymore?
No more.
That's crazy,
no longer
dude.
may you shake hands. You
What
may only
prevents
bow.
me from shaking someone's hand?
How would you greet people if you couldn't shake hands, Joey?
Bow. You bow like a Japanese person.
Everyone's gonna call you a weeb. Can you imagine that? God,
You act like they don't already. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
All right, so yeah, this has harder implications for Tazuna, as Koyori seems. I think Makihara had explained that she was born a handshaker, and that the reason why it's imperative that Tazuna holds Koyori's hand is that if she either loses in these battles or is not charged by this ability, she will actually die.
So there are consequences
For
for them
Tazuna.
losing.
Just for her.
Oh no,
Just for Tazuna. Get that
Everyone
straight.
else is they just don't get their wish.
that's rough, man.
It is pretty rough. So Tazuna has like the ultimate of needing to be a good person
To
and
not
win.
lose.
Yeah, which is unfortunate for him because everyone he ends up fighting is way more experienced than him in the ziggurat battles. So we go through more slice of life. Koyori starts to become a bit more humane each time. She shows herself to be a very good quick learner, basically. I don't know. She can pick up things really fast. And this is
Very
when,
fast.
just like Lost Mirage, where they were trying to plug in Wixis,
Recross.
there's another card game in this anime, Precious Memories. And have you guys ever seen Precious Memory cards?
Is that a real?
I
Yeah,
actually
it's-
own
it's-
some.
It's
Oh
real.
wow, it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like Way Schwartz, but not really? Or
It's a bit like White Shorts, but more mixed in with what's that? The
Victory
anime?
Spark?
No, the anime version of Magic, Duel Masters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
Of Magic, no. Duel Masters with the dragon and
Yeah. What was
with
that
the
one?
shields?
Yeah.
That was Duel Masters, yeah.
Okay. Then,
yeah.
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 People called that anime Magic anime
That's weird.
version or whatever. Anyways, yeah. So it's a little bit more like that because you do have spell events and stuff like that while you're attacking an opponent.
So you're telling me that in the real world, someone out there is the dead Endo Emperor?
yeah, the dead end.
Oh my God. Whoever you are, I hope you hear this podcast. Please meet
because
me.
this kid is taking your title. So, anyways, Lily is shown playing against Kiori, but Tazuna's doing all the talking for her because
No, Tazuna.
It wasn't Tazuna?
Nope. It was. I think it might have been.
Mashiro.
Mashiro.
You know, you're absolutely right because the problem with this anime is every single episode is a Quentin Tarantino film where they're starting somewhere in the middle and then loop back. And that was throwing me off. Even the first episode, it started with the chains.
Well, no, like the first episode, like they kind of started off with all of his battle, like kind of combined. But yeah, it's
yeah,
like
oh, talk to break the chain, no pain. Don't be afraid.
No,
Same old days.
I guess you're right. Like, yeah, it starts. It starts in the middle, but we should start our story where it begins instead of where it's exciting.
Let's
you guys
do a podcast where we start in the middle.
Yeah, I was like, could you imagine what it would be like if we started in the middle? Anyways,
Let's edit this one.
That's great. I think we should try that.
so I won't do that to you guys. Don't worry. Anyways,
But Jonathan might.
So, Lily and her little brother Mashiro, Masaru, teach Koyori how to play Precious Memories, and she turns out to like the game a lot.
It should be noted that Lily, she's really into tarot cards too.
Yes, and she showed that in the very beginning. You're
Did.
right.
Yeah.
She just throws out tarot cards randomly to people
And tells
from
them
her bosom or something.
Yep, and tells them this is your fortune. Good
She
job.
jiggled them out.
It's a pretty good skill.
Reverse moon. Interesting.
The full persona. So, anyways,
The trickster.
so we get to see an instance in which Tazuna and Koyori's relationship is definitely advancing, and Koyori is developing a sense of trust into Tazuna, as he's been very good about being able to hold her hand, charge her battery, teach her life, let her taste parfaits,
Ooh, parfaits.
and bathe her. And Lily is happy to be able to be friends with Tazuna and Koyori. However, in this episode, well, these couple of episodes, Tazuna loses track of where Koyori is,
He's like, oops, where'd you go?
and it's imperative that he finds her because he has to hold her hand. Like,
She's gonna die.
she's gonna die without him.
This time, she only have 2 hours before she disappears.
And this is when not being able to talk leads her strategy of, I can't find Tazuna, I'm going to sit by this pole and cry.
Well, anytime you don't know what to do, sitting
sit-
down and crying
sit
is
down and
generally
cry.
like,
They say
you know,
when you're lost, you don't go running around everywhere. You stay in one spot and hope you get found.
I mean, but you could go to a police office or something, When I got lost one time as a small child in a flea market, I went all the way back to the entrance and then told the lady that had juice, because I was really thirsty, that I'm lost. And she took me to, like, the security station. And then my father found, like, the lady who told her, oh, I found your son. I brought him over there. And when my dad came to come get me, they didn't want to give me to him because he's a very white-looking Hispanic man, right? He's like, I lost my son. They're like, oh, we have no children here.
wow.
No, he's my son now. Yeah. Look at me. I'm daddy now.
Yeah. And I have no idea what's going on. I was just sitting on this brown bench with like Coca-Cola and churros. And,
Ooh, delicious.
I know, right? I was having an okay
Let's get
time.
some churros parfait.
And so my dad starts to walk away, he said, and then it occurred to him, he runs back to the person and he goes, my son looks Chinese. And I'm like, oh, we have that guy. And I was returned to my family and all my uncles and aunts, and my mom was mad.
What quick thinking on your father's part.
I know, right? And I had to hold my aunt's hand because when my mom saw me, even though she was worried sick, her initial reaction was like, no, I'm not going to give him any attention, which is what got me lost in the first place,
I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go back to the toys and get lost again. There's churros and Coke. So...
What kind of Coke?
A cola.
Aren't you an 80s kid?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 90s kid. Anyways, so...
80s.
Yeah, she gets found by Lily, and Lily basically teaches her precious memories, shows that at a
Lily or
card
her
shop...
little brother?
It was
A
Lily.
little bit both.
Yeah, they're together, but it's whatever.
Together.
We'll get into that later, Julian.
Oh, I'm so excited.
They end up going to a card shop, and that's when we find out that this little kid's really good at playing Precious Memories and is known as the Dead Endo Emperor.
The Dead End Emperor.
And this is
I
something.
feel like we could kick his ass. We
Oh,
would beat him in the
dude,
card
yeah,
game.
totally.
I don't know, dude. He seemed to luck the cards he needed every time.
Just like Yugi.
Yeah,
Anyways,
do you think you could be Yugi?
no, that guy's the king of games, man.
Well, this is the Dead Endo Emperor.
He would kill my family before he would lose a game, depending on what Yugi we're talking about.
Well, maybe if you don't kill his friends.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. So,
Well, maybe he'll just have a nice match.
and so, this is kind of like, I mean, it's a slight against me considering the fact that I love card games and I do go to card shops, but there was a really attractive female cheering on her little brother, and everyone was like, God, this girl sucks. She's so loud.
She's so
I'm like,
annoying.
how are none of you guys trying to like hit on her? You know?
Because she has the hots for someone else and they all know it.
I would still try because it's not
And
going to
that
happen.
isn't Tazuna she's thinking
No,
of.
it's the Dead End Emperor. He likes her
Wait,
brother.
Her brother?
Yeah, she loves
Alright,
her
look,
brother.
So we always joke about sister banging and incest.
Jesus Christ, guys.
But, at this point, it's kind of became anime culture now.
No, I think it's
Is
bad
brother
anime.
banging okay?
Bad anime culture has siblings that want to bang. Well, a sibling that wants to bang another
Well,
sibling.
Masaru's not fending her off or anything, you know? He's
No,
not like, this is wrong.
He's like, you're so weird. Like, stop doing this, please.
I don't remember a single stop. He said, you're embarrassing.
You're embarrassing me.
You're so loud.
I'm 12. What is this? Oh God.
Not in public.
When Tazuna finally picks up Koyori because Lily has the forethought of, oh wait, I have a cell phone, I can reach out to Tazuna.
Well, I think she did, but he was like, "Oh, he's not answering his phone, so we'll call him back later."
And they did, and he answered, and went to
It's
go
not,
pick up.
it's not like she didn't think about it. Like, hey, I'm gonna teach her how to play this card game before I have her look
Nothing's
for.
more important than her brother's tournament, man.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Except her brother.
And so Koyori goes and finds Tazuna. Tazuna like sprints because he's like, I have no idea how much time I have left before I have to hold her hand. Holy crap. They embrace, hold hands, get charged, and then Lily, who had been holding Masaru? You don't have to give the... Is it Masaru or Masharu?
Masaru. Masaru, like Aoki from Ippo.
Yeah. Okay. So they hold hands. Guess what? Ziggurat.
What?
What is
This
right?
incest couple was handshakers too?
Yes.
Who would have known?
The Dead Endo Emperor is a part of the ziggurat.
He's a part of the ziggurat.
Oh my goodness, what are their Nimrods? I'm excited now. I love this Dead End Emperor guy.
So Tazuna is like, what? You guys are handshakers as well? I don't want to fight you though. And in front of them are decks of cards that are just shuffling in front of the brother and the sister. And they're like, well, Lily's like, I don't want to fight you either, Tazuna. You're my friend. I don't want to break your dream. Which is very presumptuous of her, because who's going to say she's going to win?
It's not her that's going to win. It's the Dead End Emperor who's going to win.
That's true, yeah. She's so confident in her brother's ability to win that she says, like, we don't want to fight you. And so Tazuna remembers a role that Makihara had taught him that
You can totally run away.
you can run away.
Running away is an option in this anime.
And if both of you lose the will to fight, both of you guys are just kicked out of the ziggurat, no problem. And so Tazuna's like, all right, let's just close our eyes. I don't want to fight, and you don't want to fight, so it should be okay. And he closes his eyes. Koyori closes her eyes. Lily closes her eyes. Did Masharu close his eyes?
I don't think so.
I thought he never closed his eyes, and then he goes like, the ziggurat's not going away. That means you want to fight. And I'm like, no, little boy, you obviously wanted to fight.
look like you were ready to pick a
You were
fight.
so angry.
You were already shuffling your deck before the one came about.
Yeah, what is this? And so Lily goes like, there can't be any other way then. If you want to fight, we'll break you. And then the way that Masharu fights is he just plays his cards. He uses an event, which makes him teleport basically, and then just starts summoning fire, dragons, and knights to fight.
Explosions.
Yeah, to fight against Tazuna.
Also, Lily used her fortune.
Yeah, he uses her tarot cards to like predict things and make more misfortune and all that stuff.
Well, I guess it's I would thought like he made it so he could top deck whatever he wants basically.
Wow, that's really freaking cheating. If that's true. That's how that works.
Runs out of cards.
All is fair in fighting.
Well, that's the problem with that battle for me is that Tazuna is literally just running away. Not because like he's scared, but literally, how do you fight this? There's lances, like it's more than just chains now. coming at him. Explosions everywhere.
Or shadow clones attacking you.
Yeah, shadow clones attacking you.
It's really random explosion and demons are being summoned.
And so he plays the mill strategy instead.
Ooh, he's a
trying to-
gravekeeper?
Yeah,
That's
he's
crazy.
using gravekeeper tech, and it's basically if I keep breaking your cards, you're gonna run out of cards.
But Gear Town didn't even mill.
He's a time scamming him right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, timer scam.
Although
So
it's a stall deck. He's stalling.
Masaru, as he's continually using his cards, even summons the dragon and flame thing. I don't remember what it was
I
called.
don't either. Dead End Dragon?
Dead End Dragon, and Masaru is able
I
to.
like how you're saying Masaru too.
I think it's because she said it like that all the
Yeah,
time.
she talks normal, like to everyone else, but
Except
to her brother.
Masaru.
Masaru, I love you.
Like this really nasty, like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's no-known voice.
It's not cute. So,
Well, her brother doesn't seem to mind.
I think he's just being nice, right? So,
Oh yeah.
in the end, they I don't know, they get beat. He's running out of cards, loses all of his cards.
And then his sister
Lily
says,
ta-
"Use my cards in your deck.
yeah, basically take my tarot cards.
Shuffle those around, see what you get."
And,
I don't even know how to play these things.
and Tazuna is like about to like slap Masaru with his sword, and then his sister takes a hit, right? Because she says she doesn't want to see her little brother get hurt. Oh, this is after when he is almost out of cards. He was like, "Hey, we're in front of each other right now. I still don't want to fight." to the brother and sister, and then she was like, "I don't want to fight either, but I gotta make Masaru win, so I'll fight you."
Yep.
Because I love him.
Do it for him.
Yeah. I believe this is when Tazuna gets his first like weapon change, right? Like this is when he changes his sword.
Well, technically, he changed his cocoon to a sword.
Yeah,
Back when he was defending.
he went from gear cocoon to gear sword, and then gear sword to gear glove,
Gear Fisto.
and he gear fists Masaru so hard. Like literally, this was my favorite scene.
It was good.
Because they're fighting. Tazuna jumps up like super high, and as he's like meteor seismic toss giga punching,
He's
from the
coming
sky,
down. He is coming in hot, and
Yeah.
that camera's just focused on Masaru.
Masaru looks over to his sister and goes like, "I did this to myself," with a smile, and then just gets socked so hard.
Clobbered.
It was hilarious.
It was
He
godlike.
went flying.
And this knocks Masaru and Lily out of the handshaker tournament thing. Well, it's because like literally
Single elimination.
there's
Yeah,
no
that's it.
explanation of why they must fight except for trying to obtain their wish.
Yeah, if they win, they'll get a wish.
What's up?
If they win, they'll get a wish.
Yep.
That's good enough for me.
At this point, Koyori, in her human development, is now able to cook, and she has deep feelings for Tazuna.
Tell me more about this cooking.
Well, she really wants to cook a parfait for Tazuna to try because she loves food.
Who
they
doesn't?
They're able to take on the responsibilities of the school festival where they were trying to do like a cooking stand, and they said all of the people that could cook in our class left, which I didn't understand. Did you guys catch that?
No, they didn't. They left for a trip to the mountains.
Like they did special training to.
Don't you
Special
remember?
training?
Yes, these three like cooking people went up to the mountains to do special training, and they each broke an arm.
I did not remember. Like I was
each
just like,
broke
why
an
is this
arm.
happening?
Arm.
It was crazy.
But they still show up in their
What
chef uniform.
What kind of training do you go through that you would break your arm to be a chef?
Okay, so
not
I don't
very
know
good.
if you ever watched Kamen Rider Kabuto, but he lost. Kabuto was actually a godlike cook, and he lost to someone with this evil chef knife thing, and he went up to the mountains to learn from the cookbook he self-taught himself from, and the guy up there told him, "All right, I'll teach you how to cook. Cook me
you
this
teach me how
rag."
to cook? Wait,
And
you
so
want
he
me to
gave
cook
him a rag. He told him, "Cook this." And he kept on trying to cook it and cook it and cook it. He tried several ways. Like he sous vide it, he boiled it, he blended it up and put it into other food. And like every time, this dude was like, "No, this is terrible." something else. And like finally Kabuto was like fed up, was like, yo, old man, I can't make food with a goddamn rag.
Yeah.
And like the old man was like, you've passed.
Wow. This really
But that had
Shokugeki no
nothing
Soma.
that had nothing to do with
With Koyori.
breaking his arms.
Breaking your arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there is training you can do in the mountains apparently. Finding an old hermit.
Find an old bag and try to cook it.
All right. Well,
Maybe they were
okay.
trying to lift logs to start a fire and it all just they fell together and
I
it
can
crumpled
lift
their
these
arms.
logs.
Or they
Can't lift those logs.
weighted pan they try to toss and it just
Oh,
got
yeah,
you.
maybe they were juggling pans.
All right, so
They were playing catch-up
Coyote
pants.
saves the day by being able to cook, and their teamwork is shown off as Tazuna and Coyote are not just cooking; they're cooking holding hands and in perfect sync with one another. Chizuru and Hayate have never left their side either. Chizuru feels that she needs to teach Tazuna more about the whole Ziggurat tournament, as Makihara seems to be very forgetful on what they should teach them. This is
He
also...
wasn't a very good professor.
No, he was not at all.
He was a
really
great
interested in the
professor. He was a
research,
great
though.
researcher.
Yeah, a great researcher who always thought positively.
Always have to buy.
And so this is when
Shumai.
Chizuru explains the dangers of them using their real names in the battle and gives them the name Single Gear because Tazuna's the only one fighting and he fights with gears.
Yeah, because apparently all the other people they fought, each of them had their own.
Yeah,
Nimrod.
Both partners have a Nimrod.
But Tazuna is the only one with the Nimrod.
Mm-hmm.
What a
And
shame.
so this,
I wonder if that'll have change.
this definitely speaks into good segue, man. That was good. Our next battle seems to we get Quentin Tarantino'd, where all of a sudden Tazuna's fighting this like girl who's singing, and it's an idol, and she like I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, they really did a bad job of trying to introduce this character, but they show her destroying two other handshakers who are two dudes. So yes, it doesn't have to be boy-girl pairings. And she sung at them,
She sung at them so good.
and they died.
Yes.
And so Tazuna's now fighting her, and she has the Sonic Sword, while her manager can lay speakers all around the Ziggurat.
He also has like a dual lightsaber
He's
thing.
Darth Maul.
No,
He
he
is.
was the Star Wars kid from when the internet first.
But
He
yes,
was.
he has that weapon. And Tazuna's trying his best, but he gets mollywopped
He
because
is outclassed.
what she does is she slices and dices with her sword, and then when there's an opening, she'll sing, and her energy blasts go through all the speakers that the manager had laid out.
Real talk, those look like stoplights.
I thought
they
were
really
stoplight-
did look like
I thought they were
stoplights.
stoplight at first too.
But the speakers I have for my computer kind of look similar, which is why I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, is that what it is? Huh.
Yeah. So Tazuna gets blasted because he's like, "We can't beat her," and he gets blasted so hard that he accidentally gets blasted outside the combat zone.
He runs away.
Yeah. This is when
he's about to get like super kamehameha, and then he's just like, I'm out.
outta
And he
here.
digs a hole. He digs a hole and he runs.
digs a hole, and we see him use for the first time another use of his gears. He can put them underneath his feet and jet propel.
Oh my god, he is a motorboat.
He's a
the true
motorboat.
motorboat.
Exactly. He learned all his motorboating skills from Hayate and just went with it.
What
He's
a great sensei.
From there, Tazuna is trying to recover. Makihara is like, you went from one battle into the next and your body hasn't fully recovered. And Koyori...
This dude got hit by a rock underwater and started bleeding.
yeah, he started
everywhere.
bleeding.
It was
Well,
crazy.
big old
It
rock.
was a really big rock. I assume
It was
really,
moving really slow in the water.
But he got hit.
it's still probably really heavy.
Velocity
I don't know how
does
physics works.
dictate the matter of force, but we won't get into physics, right? This is not a science
Oh
podcast.
my goodness, it was moving so slow and it just touched his back. It must have been a spiky ass rock. He must have got stabbed. Because this was not a blunt impact he suffered.
No.
I'll tell you that.
He got hit and then moved away, so obviously he was kind of okay. But either way, Tazuna and his recovery state makes Koyori really sad because she feels like she's a burden to him. And she reaches out through texting now because now she has a phone.
Because after you got lost the first time, they said, nope, not happening again.
You need a phone.
She just put one of those life alert collars on her.
Excuse me, I'm lost. I can't talk. Life alert.
I'm falling and can't get up.
I mean, why not just give her a tracking device, Like, find my iPhone, but link it to them.
Staple a GPS into her head.
No, well, not in her head.
Why not? She has plenty of hair. She'd cover it.
Yeah, but she could just staple it into the one sweater that she wears all the time.
She has other clothes sometimes.
Like her what, her school uniform?
Yes.
That's it. Hiyori is trying her best to try to figure out how to be not a burden.
Not to be absolutely useless, you mean?
Basically, because I mean, she's just been holding his hand
and doing these very cute.
But yeah, so like she's trying her best to try to figure out a way to be actually useful to Tazuna, because what she learns from Lily and through their text messages is that Lily had learned that she had tried to become an dependable sister to Masaru, but Masaru had already known that Lily, it's not that she's not dependable, but that she's klutzy. So, Lily can
help. When she slipped on his D?
She never did that.
You don't know that.
Well, she's banged her head against the wall.
Oh, Masaru! The thing fell on me. Oh, dear, made me bear kiss from you, Masaru.
He didn't ask for no kiss. He just wanted to hold him.
I don't know about that.
But it's totally implied.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know which one of these is the fanfic, but I think mine is the right canon.
So you're telling me you read some fanfic?
No.
Masaru and Lily. For a card. What would that be? What would that be if there was a spin-off series of just Masaru and Lily?
Taboo deck.
Taboo deck. Okay.
That'll be that's a good one.
Starts off with Lily sneaking into Masaru's room. Oh, Masaru, are you awake? I need help.
Shuffle my deck. So hard, so fast.
Shuffle my deck.
I think we're good.
Oh no.
Masaru's
hit
like,
my
God,
dead end.
You're just so useless all the time. Give me your deck. He starts shuffling his hand quickly.
And all of a sudden the floor is wet.
Alright. Yeah, we're not good at fanfic, guys. For your submission of what a good fanfic for,
Please email us
at the Daisho
or
Crew.
even
Please do not send me any videos of dead fantasy.
Please. Anyways, so Kiyori finds out from Lily that, her ability to guide Masaru through letting him top deck, she was truly allowing only Masaru to fight, even though she wanted to protect him. And it wasn't until she put herself in the way of harm's, path, or fought herself, that she was truly being useful to Masaru. And Kiyori wishes that she too could be useful to Tazuna.
So she sleeps on the floor and lets Tazuna have the bed.
Yeah, and not only that, she holds his hand.
Whoa, it's crazy. Role reversal.
it's opposite day.
And so we go, Tazuna wakes up the next morning and he's like, no, I have to fight. And even though I'm hurt and I can't fight this girl,
I gotta show this idol who's boss.
Even though Makihara was like, let me analyze her abilities because I used to be a handshaker.
By the way, I was a handshaker.
Yeah.
What?
I can't handshake anymore, but I could analyze her abilities. And so Tazuna goes off and fights the idol, and just like in much anime, through the power of friendship and togetherness, Kiyori and Tazuna still continue to get their butts whooped.
Yep,
so it's not like most anime.
Yeah. And it was not until we come into dire straits. Tazuna did definitely put up a better fight. He made sure to attack the manager first.
Beaten up.
Yeah. But he did attack the manager first so that the manager couldn't lay the speakers everywhere. But the manager is like a friggin' ninja and does it anyways.
And has the best animation out of everyone.
Yeah, he really was the best animated.
That's a lot.
Mine was a joke. I don't know if you're being
he was
serious.
The best. His hair was on point all the time, and when he fixed it, it was good. Anyways, the idol, her name's Azawa.
Azawa Kodama.
Kodama, yeah. And
Is it Azawa?
her
That sounds right.
Awaza, maybe?
No.
I think it was. That sounds right. I think it was like
There's an A, a Z, and a W sound in there for sure.
and multiple A's.
Yeah. And she I mean, okay, quick story on her. What she does is quote people a lot and then tries to interpret the quote to fit the battle, even though to me sometimes she was wrong. And then two, her catchphrase, as many other people had, her catchphrase is, "I'm gonna carve it into your soul. My name will be carved into you."
Ooh, yeah, Kizuna.
And so,
Or Kizu.
and so from there, you know, like she's saying, Tazuna, like, how are you coming at me when you almost lost last time, and now you're
What
not
you
any
want,
better.
boy? You just lost.
You just lost, and I let you go. And then,
Pretty brave.
while they're getting attacked, Kiyori, you know, has that whole like inner voice of Lily, like, you have to do something. You have to do
I have
something.
to stop being so useless.
You gotta fight.
For your right.
To not be Yamcha.
And so she goes through a magical girl sequence, like literally her clothes blow off of her. Everyone's just staring.
Super mode. That's my
Like
favorite.
together.
And she gets a magical uniform, and finally her Nimrod appears.
Along with her voice.
Along with her voice, because she said,
Together.
you know? Exactly.
Ishoni.
And that's our weeb word of the day.
That's 2 words. Isho is together, but Nia is a part. Let's forget about
no,
it.
this is the part of the
Yeah.
podcast.
You gotta commit. You got to commit.
Weeb word of the day with Julian.
What was that intro?
Every podcast needs an intro, so that's our thing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you know, Isho is together, you know, like, I don't know how I can explain any more than that, but Nia is a weird particle, just like all particles are weird. I'm not sure what it denotes.
Deno?
Yeah, no, that's all there is to that.
What's a good anime opening that we all like? Best Naruto opening, go.
Are you saying
Fighting
go
Dreamers.
as in go, or are you saying go as the title of the song go?
I forgot there was a song called Go. But Was is Fighting Dreamers. You?
I think I'm gonna have to go as Seishun Kyoso Kyoku or No Boy No Cry.
How did No Boy No Cry go? Okay, so that's how we end Weeb Word of the Day. Thank you. I like We Were Fighting Dreamers because I know how to say that. We are fighting dreamers. Weeb Word of the Day with Julian.
Nari Furikama Wazu.
Fighting dreamers.
I think we outshine you.
You outshine me?
So, no, you just had to. That's the weeb part. You know, I'm sorry, Julian. I'm overwriting it. My little jingle is actually going to be Fighting Dreamers. And then you'll do your weeb word and Japanese lesson. See, we're an educational podcast as well. Anyways, so going
I
back
didn't learn
to
anything.
Ishoni. Look, we're going to igimasho. We're gonna go together. is what I
Okay,
was
you
trying
need to
say.
work on your conjugation.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Calm down with that.
I thought I flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, man. And I am the sun, and I will roast you.
I'm a taras. So,
I'm gonna be a very good son, but
anyway, so yeah, Kiyori is able to get her own Nimrod, which is just a carbon copy of Kazuna's
it's kind
Nimrod.
of different. I think.
Okay, it's golden.
Is it? I can't really tell the difference.
She summons gears. They're sprocket gears, as Hibiki, the manager, tells us. I don't know what kind of gears Tazuna's wielding, but
Single gears.
single gears, singles and sprockets.
Yep.
And they both have the same sword, but this is when we get the super awesome Robo Tyson Ginga slashing attack. As they combine both their swords together
To one giant sword.
and slash down on top of the idol.
It was great.
It was probably one of the most glorious moments of that anime, at
I
least.
don't know about that. That punch was pretty good.
Masaru's punch.
I think exploding was
if
good.
you don't watch this anime, at least just look up that punch scene.
Well,
Like the build up was really good.
I and the rest of the Daijo crew will make sure that it's uploaded onto YouTube. We'll find a way.
Yeah, sure.
One
Let's
It'll
make
be-
these promises
let's
that
make
we
a
have no
gift.
clue if we can.
No, I'm pretty sure we can. There has to be a way. Anyway, so the idol's defeated. she goes through a crisis because her dream's gone now. Because it turns out she wasn't a super famous idol. She was actually an underground indie idol. And she's like, I have no fans. Hardly anyone's ever heard of me. And
She has one fan.
Hibiki.
Her manager.
Her manager.
The number one fan.
And what was awesome is, like, I love the line that he says in there, because he's like, if I didn't believe in you, first of all, we're both in the mud. We both suck. We're at the bottom tier. But I believe in you. I, an adult male, gave my all, my effort, my hopes and dreams to a young girl who I'm not interested in romantically.
Really? I thought he said he was.
No, he like makes it a point to say, I'm not even romantically interested in you.
I remember like seeing like to the girl I love, to the I'll believe
saw
you.
Wrong then,
I'll
dude,
believe you,
because
man.
I think he was like, they were, maybe the anime people were totally afraid of the fact that, like, oh no, we're making him look like a pedo, so we're gonna throw this line out there.
Yeah, they make the other dude look like pedo too.
Which one?
Hayate? What's his name?
Hayate?
Yeah.
But then she's like 30,
but she's 30 years
Yeah,
old.
but she doesn't look 30.
And he doesn't say he's ever interested in her. He's actually
What
very
about the one
respectful.
part when Kyori was like,
That
he likes you?
We're getting there.
Well, you know what happened. It's not a very big plot point. I'm sure you're going to skip over like, his daily slice of life stuff.
Yeah, no, I was going to skip over it. You called it.
Yeah.
But
He wants to tap
like,
that,
no,
just like
I'm
she
sorry,
taps on his ass.
Yeah, she spanks him
Oh
so
my
much.
god, his booty is raw.
So we both have spanking and bondage of Mio from K-On! In this anime.
the thing is, what was her name?
Chizuru?
Chizuru? Yeah,
I think.
she's really good at slap ass.
Oh,
Like,
very good.
she's a champion
She's a
at it.
champion. You know, I liked how they went from like rapid fire ora butt slapping and then towards the end just like actual like solid patch, just a bah.
Yeah, it was a
It was a mix all around.
like
Yeah.
it's a this solid slap ass.
How Hayate has not sued her for sexual harassment yet, beyond me, but
He loves it.
I don't know what they do in Japan.
That's my fetish.
Oh my god. So, yeah, now that Kiyori is able to talk, she expresses her love, and the dialogue between Tazuna and Kiyori become very predictable. Of, we care about each other, and we can do this because we're together. Go us. We're so good because we're together.
Isn't that how it should be? Isn't that what you want your relationship to be?
But someone that
Supporting
you
each other.
Like, for holding a hand
All the
of
time.
a girl for like a whole month, you
Taking
should have
a
a
bath
special
with her.
relationship.
Well, I mean, he took a bath with her. Like, Julian just said
True,
that.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
He's seen everything.
He's gone to the bathroom too with her, right?
He had to.
Yeah. You know?
They're like stage 5 relationship already.
Oh, I don't know about these stages.
I just said stage 5 to say stage 5.
Are you sure it's not like step 16?
Sure.
No, you stay away from step 16.
Oh, I think that's step 19.
You guys, is there real steps?
According to Jake,
Who's Jake?
the dog.
Oh,
Along
okay.
with Finn the human.
Like you.
Yes, a human.
While the human. All right, so
Julian the hedgehog.
And it's all coming together in a circle.
coming back to me now. Anyways,
What?
I was trying to sing Celine Dion, but it came out as a different song.
I always get her confused with the other girl who died. Or did Celine Dion die?
No, she's alive.
Which is the one who got murdered by the other lady.
Ooh,
In a hotel.
You're thinking of Selena.
Selena, Celine. It's all the same to me, really.
Soybeans, which brings us back to the restaurant that Tazuna and Kiyori were in. So thank you. After that, we were going into Chizuru. Basically, episode 10 is literally a recap of them seeing all the people they defeated, how they're still friends, and how they're continuing on their lives. And it gets into this climax point where Makihara calls Tazuna and Kiyori while they were on a technical
Wait, it's
date.
Koyori, isn't it?
Yeah, Koyori.
That's why I kept on thinking you sounded weird, but I wasn't really sure. It's
Yeah.
Koyori.
I'm sorry, man.
It's
That's
not
a hard
well,
name.
it is your fault, but I
Yeah.
forgot. I was like, why does this name not sound right?
Kiyori, Koyori,
Ah, Koyori.
Koyori. Thanks for fixing this about like an hour and a half into the
Yeah,
podcast,
oh my
man.
god, like this entire time, I was so confused. Like,
So
Huh.
Koyori, they're on this date that Chizuru's let them go on to after they were working at the restaurant. And Makihara comes out and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to watch this bodies revealed exhibit with me?" And they're like, "No, that's hella gross."
That's
Look,
gay. That's gay, bro.
look at this pamphlet though. Look at this pamphlet.
Oh, the large intestine is so interesting.
Yeah, literally. He goes, "Look, I never knew the large intestine could do so many different things." And I'm like, "You're a researcher."
What else can it do besides the things I think it does?
I'm not sure, but I think they just wanted to sound smart, so they went with large intestine. All of this is basically a setup to allow this dramatic reveal of this one character that we only ran into one time. At least Tazuna ran into him one time while he was looking
Makihara might have ran into him a couple of times.
But Tazuna ran into this character who was a man in a blue checkered suit, which moved very weird thanks to CG, who would speak
He was like
in a
Orochimaru.
manner. Yeah.
No, that's the thing I was talking about with the backgrounds. Remember Orochimaru from Zex?
Yeah.
Like his clothes. That was the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Orochimaru did
Yeah,
have
that was
effect.
the sheep in the big city thing I was talking about before. That
But that's
these
sheep.
listeners probably don't know about.
Yeah. So, anyways, sheep in the big city. You could have just Scarred Rider Sex, something everyone would understand. But no, you went with sheep in the big city. I'm pretty
An
sure
American cartoon.
Tell me that's not a claymation. Is it claymation?
It's not claymation. Oh my god, could you imagine claymation with like that Orochimaru suit
That'd
kind
be
of thing?
terrifying. Anyways, okay. This
What was his
character
name?
This is the character that kind of tipped off to Tazuna that Makihara wasn't telling him everything, and revealed to Tazuna that Makihara had been a former handshaker.
Wow.
I think it's kind of interesting with that character because like he called Tetsuna out on a lot of things like, "Hey,
Why are you even fighting?
Yeah, Kiori isn't your little sister. Why are you fighting? Are you fighting to destroy other people's dream? You don't even have a wish."
He is Dream Crusher.
No, Tazuna's Dream Crusher.
Yeah, Tazuna is Dream Crusher.
When he said that, I was just like, "Oh man, he's so right."
Broken
Yeah.
hearts and shattered dreams.
And that's the boulevard that they walk on.
Not so lonely though if you're holding someone's hand.
Exactly. So, the character's name turns out to be Naogaoku, I believe. Is that how you say it?
Nagaoka.
Nagaoka.
Daichi.
Daichi on
Nagaoka.
Nagaoka? Sure. I only saw his last name. Whilst looking at me confused. It makes great radio.
The best
I was
radio.
trying to think, 'cause, like, I remember
You
he had
guys
a
don't
first
know what you're
name.
missing.
I'm trying to remember his first name. I started with the
Just
T
make
for
it
sure,
up.
yeah.
It would sound like you made it up anyways.
Nagaoki, anyways.
Nagaoki?
Nagaoka. Okay, hold on. Another weeb word. Say it.
What is we would do? Nagaoka.
Naga? Like
Like a naginata.
okay, and
Well-
then Naginta?
Naginta.
That's what I'm into. But Naga?
That's not like it at all, actually, now that I think about it. But Naga.
Naga? Oka.
Oka.
Okay, Nagaoka.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so Nagaoka had been former research partners with Makihara.
What were they doing together? That's crazy.
Well, they were working with Koyori, her parents.
Oh, her parents?
Her parents.
Dr. Akutagawa and
Mrs.
Dr. Akutagawa?
Yeah, Doctor and Dr. Atuko. These names were so hard compared
Asuka
to other
Soryu
names.
Langley?
What?
You don't know Asuka's full name?
Asuka Langley.
Asuka Soryu Langley.
I-
Unless you're talking about the rebuild where she's Asuka Shikinami Langley?
They changed her name.
Yeah.
I never watched any of the rebuilds.
Well, all of the Eva girls have like Nami in their names, like Ayanami and Shikinami, and I forgot Makinami for Mari or whatever her name was. I don't care. She is the worst of the three.
So, yeah, the Nagaoka and Makihara were working for the parents of Koyori, and next to Koyori was a slightly older sister. It looks like they were twins that were
twins?
born. While they were researching what was going on with handshakers, apparently the organization that Makihara belonged to with these three other people were all handshakers researching the ziggurats and all that stuff, but they were being attacked by a mysterious organization. And during one
Really?
of their...
Wasn't it just other people?
I think it was a mysterious
I think it was
organization.
just other handshakers.
Well, they just kept saying that they keep attacking us.
Yeah, handshakers.
All right, so handshakers are attacking
People who
them.
want their wishes.
Normal handshaker stuff.
And Makihara was the partner of Nagaoka, and they had really cool weapons. Like, Nagaoka has, like, these fists that shoot, like, thunder, it looks like, and Makihara had, like, a gun.
He had like a crossbow gun,
A crossbow gun that he could smack people up with. What ended up happening was that it looks like as they were getting closer and closer to meeting God, quote unquote, which is if they win enough battles and get their wish granted, they get to meet God. The more and more people attacked them. This created a situation in which Koyote's mother, when she was giving birth, gave birth to Koyote and her sister. What was her sister's name again? Mayumi?
Yeah, Mayumi.
I believe it was Mayumi.
I only remember an M.
And so, oh, you only remember Nam?
M.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say Mayumi. But they were born in the ziggurat itself. This created the situation, as Makihara had described earlier, that they were born handshakers. They tested out by letting the twins hold hands, and this great energy appeared within creating a new ziggurat. And the doctors and Makihara and everyone was super excited because they thought that these new kind of humans, handshaking humans, would be the future. But just as handshakers need to defeat other people, everyone was targeting these two little kids, just messing them up.
Oh boy, easy prey.
Exactly.
It wasn't a blessing, it was a curse.
Mm-hmm. And to the point where the father wanted to meet God as soon as he could so that he could take this curse off of his family and keep his family safe.
Poor babies getting attacked
all the time. And
Could you imagine, like, if you were just walking down the street with a stroller, and these two dudes came up and said, "We're
Holding
gonna beat
hands.
up your babies."
Yeah, they're holding
They started
hands. Come up
attacking
and attack your babies. Hey, those babies look vulnerable and they're holding hands. Quick, we must fight.
Oh boy, free wish.
Yeah. And so the thing was that the father was getting more and more stressed out, which created like some kind of dementia in him where he just needed to kill people.
He went bonkers.
Yeah. He actually was saying like, yeah, I attacked. They were stupid and didn't have code names like Single Gear or Shadow Dagger, Shadow Blade, and I attacked them before we even got into the ziggurat. So go me.
He had a bloody ass hand.
Yeah, and everyone's like, well, I thought that was him from squashing poor Makihara Shumai.
No, his left hand was bloody, and the shumai got squashed with the right hand.
Oh, man.
Who does that? Who walks into a room and just like sees a box full of food and is like, "Fuck this food," and slaps it?
He literally grabbed like a handful. I don't even think he ate it.
No, he didn't. I thought he was going to, but he literally just squished it.
Yeah.
That's how rude he is.
He wanted to feel the feel of
evil
guts.
he became.
He's a rude dude with an attitude.
Yeah.
So, they
Should have killed his kids.
that's terrible. All right, so he did drop this line and he goes like, "We're so close, I can feel it. I think if I just win one more battle, I'll be able to meet God." I thought he was either going to attack his children or attack Makihara and
That's what I thought,
Nagaoka.
too.
I
Yeah.
thought so too.
But then they just skipped. They're like, and so he defeated one more person and then disappeared. He's like the Avatar.
He just never came back from
He
Ziggurat.
was never heard from again.
When we needed him most, he vanished.
Exactly.
No.
This made his kids go into a comatose state. Makihara
Oh yeah, at their funeral.
Yeah, at their
They just
funeral.
comaed.
and then Nagaoka and Makihara had organ donors apparently to switch out with the children to keep them alive in this comatose state until one day when Nagaoka was like, "No, I'm going to continue on their father's path and beat people up until I can free them."
He was like, "You know
And
what?
then-
Screw it."
He kidnaps Mayumi.
Yeah, he was just like, "I'm just going to take this one with
I'm
me."
just going to take this
He
child
just starts
with me.
unplugging her from the life support and
Yeah.
just hops out the window.
Much like in Lost Rush, when they switched bodies and the little Wix's creature was like, "All right, you're done.
This is my little girl. You can have that one.
Yeah. This is my little girl. That's your little girl. Good luck." And they disappear until this day, where Nagaoka is now facing down Tazuna and Koyori. This led
With Mayumi.
with Mayumi.
Ah.
This led to a very anticlimactic battle in my eyes. Mayumi overexerts herself having no emotion really, and Coyote is more concerned with, I am going to be together with Tazuna, and we're going to beat you.
I don't even remember my sister, but whatever.
Yeah,
I remember
you.
Tazuna, but not you.
Yeah. And so they fight, a lot of explosions happen. Nagaoka, they like to vilify him, they just kind of make him slightly cruel and cold to Mayumi. Because Tazuna's like, how could you be doing this when these sisters haven't seen each other at all? And he goes, I will meet my goals' ends no matter what.
I think it was also like, how did you make her become a handshaker again? And he was just like, drug and mind control and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, I forced her. And I'm like,
she loved me now.
Yeah, to me, it cheapened it. Like,
a little bit, yeah.
Because, like, he was, like, a mysterious stranger offering hints, but could be a bad guy. But then they're like, we need to make people not okay with him for right now.
Yeah.
And then they reversed it all by, at the end of the battle, just like, I lost my will to fight. You showed me.
Well, how did they win? What do you mean he lost his will to fight? Was he just like, you guys are too strong? Forget it.
Well, Mayumi was, like, about to disappear because she was using, like, the last bit of her energy. But then that's when Koyumi?
Koyori.
Wow, just because they're twins doesn't mean they fused their names.
No, it's like Brangelina, you know?
No, it's not. Are you telling me it's okay to have incest with your twin?
Jesus Christ, no. It's just...
Either way, apparently...
I'm not even
that's
gonna...
a couple thing.
Me and my best friend, Max, when I grew up in high school, we were called Max and Sig.
There's an and there.
And it became such a common phrase to say Max and Sig that they're just Max and Sig.
Okay, that's different from Brangelina. Maybe if you were Migard or Sax.
Why would it be? Oh my god!
There wasn't even a Max in there.
There's M. Maggard?
At least. You just went with... You're terrible.
Well, we lost the bloggers.
I am so sorry, folks. I am so stop saying it. Why
So
would
is
you
it bad to say
that?
Sigurd too?
Do I need to give you a Pepsi?
Is it bad? Whoa. Talk about on top.
We are not sponsored by Pepsi.
Anyways, yeah.
I'll see what's wrong with that.
Anyways,
I'll see what you guys are
I'm
jumping
just gonna
to.
move past your joke. Much like how Tazuma
So what? We
and
can't
Coyote...
be jiggered?
No.
Then drop it, okay? You have to continue. You have to explain your racist self.
I'm not racist.
A jiggered.
Not a jiggered, it's us. We're jiggered.
Ishoni, right?
Yeah,
Ishoni
Isho.
jiggered. All right.
Zutoni.
So yeah,
Zuto?
they explain this is happening, and Tazuna, as he's about to go in for the kill on Mayumi, because Mayumi's disappearing, trying to protect Nagaoka. Nagaoka, this is when his humanity comes back. He's like, no, don't do this. You're using too much of your power. As she's
He
fading
expected
away.
her. He expected them to win before she did that.
Would expel her power.
Yeah, that was the plan, you know?
And so
Push it to the limit.
Tazuna and Koyomi jump, attack, throw away their swords, extend their hands, and grasp her hand.
Oh,
They all hold hands.
triple charge.
Hand holding technique. And Koyomi feels the energy.
Koyomi? Who's Koyomi?
Koyomi. Koyori. I Koyomi'd.
You got Sukuyomi'd.
No, you got me.
I win.
Like you said it was before, I was gonna let it slide, but you kept on saying, it's like, oh, which one are you talking about?
Koyomi Azuma, because they're holding hands.
Either way,
Right?
they're both okay.
Alright, so, yeah. I can't talk. Oh my god. Too many names. So, Mayumi is re-energized, and Nagaoka is like, oh, my wounds are getting healed too. What is this? And then Koyori is just like, oh, it's because my sister and I used to be partners.
That's why we can shake our
That's
hands.
why we can shake hands.
We are connected again.
And that's when Nagaoka's like, well, you just healed me, so I think I can fight you, makes a fist, and then loses his will to fight.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, wait, never mind, I don't want to fight
hold
anymore.
on, you healed me, maybe I shouldn't do that. Makihara then, talks to Nagaoka and saying like, oh, you wanted to bring them back, like, to save them, why didn't you tell me about these problems because Mayumi, after touching her sister, realizes that she can talk now too.
Hey man, you got charged, dog.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, hey, he's a nice guy, even though he doesn't know how to speak well, and blah, blah,
Drug
blah.
me and mind control me, but he's a kind guy.
He's a kind guy.
He's cool.
We friends.
It wasn't that bad.
It's
I
not
still
that.
have his number in my phone.
I'm gonna hold his hand. So, yeah, they basically, come back to the fact that they're all fighting for the same thing, which is to provide a better life for Mayumi and Koyori, and that's kind of almost where it ends. Is Tazuna and Koyori stay together?
Makihara explaining like how handshaking works,
Yeah, a little bit.
A little,
And
then the
Taz-
reason why Nagaoka was a huge dick and kidnapped one of the coma children was because he was gonna die soon.
Oh yeah, and he's saying the end is almost coming near. Mayumi understood that, which is why
He's been saying that for like 3 years now.
Yeah. And then we find out that Nagaoka is like, well, I'm going to try to make their wish come true before my time comes. And this is all during this kind of like scene-changing thing while Tazuna and Koyori are doing things. And then they talk about their happiness as they're in the ziggurat that Koyori creates. And the scene ends with the kind of like, I am thou and thou art I.
Like a narrator kind
of handshakers, which is the voice of the god, and as it zooms in on this like Edo style castle, on the top of it is a man standing.
Some dude.
It's some guy.
Handshakers.
Yep.
And so, yeah. Hold on. Can you go ahead and pause it for a second?
Yeah, just stop, right?
Yeah.
Go.
So going into the next part of our podcast is when we do a little segment after hearing all of what you just listened to about the breakdown. Netflix and other streaming services always have little descriptions of what they think the show's about.
They might not always be accurate.
Not at all.
They might be
the
for
wrong song.
Yeah, even
sure.
for a different show,
And so this is our segment, which we're calling clickbait, in which we try to tell you, well, we're trying to convince you to watch the show if you've never seen it before. So this is something you can tell
we're
your
trying to
friends.
get people to watch this?
I mean,
The best we can.
Oh, I just write a summary that I think is all right.
but that doesn't give too much out, right? I mean, that's what it is.
Maybe.
So we're going to start off first with our friend Wah here.
Hello.
This is
The human?
Wah the human.
The Puman.
This
I'm
is
Arlong of the Fisherman Pirates.
this
Puman.
is clickbait for handshakers with Wah.
When holding hand make you so strong, it make you want to fight. It's life or death for Kiori, as Tasuna must protect her from other handshakers. But what will await them in this world?
Nice. All right. Someone else want to do the intro for me?
Let's see.
All right, Sigurd, take it away. This is clickbait for handshakers.
Nimrods, handshakers, God. All these are associated with young Tazuna Tatsuki after holding hands with Sleeping Beauty. Will he be able to tinker his way out of the mess, or will he halt the gears of fate for many dreamers on his way to meet God?
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Ours are kind of similar.
You're really stuck on the three phrases, and then
No, that's so, like,
That's me.
basic, That's what makes Netflix subscription.
What are you calling me, basic?
I'm calling you basic.
All right.
I'm saying
well,
that your description was basic.
you usually kill it, so let's hear it. This is
no.
clickbait.
No,
with
please don't put me
Julian
on a pedestal.
for handshakers.
Tazuna
I know, did the same thing.
Tazuna Takatsuki is your average gearhead, but when he shakes hands with a comatose girl, his life gets thrown for a loop. Now he has to shatter hearts and break dreams on his way to meet God. Can he make it all mesh, or will his gears come to a grinding halt?
Handshakers.
That is
And
very
with that,
Handshakers!
we'll leave you with a little bit of the opening theme, which is actually
No,
quite-
dude, Dust Trail.
Dust Trail.
Dust Trail.
What's Dust Trail?
It's
Oh,
one of the
the,
OSTs.
the OST songs? Yeah.
we can always do vaporware again.
We'll let you take a listen, and you can tell us what you thought of it. That was Dust Trail. That's what we settled off with. And I think we have a knack for jazzy tunes. I mean, we really liked Big Order, and that was... Dominate had a little bit of a jazzy flair to it, too.
I mean,
Did it?
jazz is just a really pretty good genre.
I hated jazz as a child.
Really?
Yes, that and my dad's cologne as he drove me to school always made me so nauseous and want to throw up even when I was in the front seat because I do get motion sickness.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do have car sickness.
And like him just like his cologne, the sound of jazz, and him screaming on the phone because he doesn't know how to talk at a normal volume on the phone was just the worst experiences of my childhood.
But now you enjoy jazz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was in jazz band, so I've always loved jazz.
Jazz is good.
Yeah. All right, so...
But not mixed with those other factors.
Dust Trail. Definitely a song that maybe you could play in the background if you're playing League or something like that. But
No, when you're doing something hype.
moving on to the next segments when we give our final judgments on what we thought and rate Handshakers on. So, I mean, I guess we'll just kick off into the discussion. What overall... I mean, like... For me, there's a lot of weird camera angles in this anime.
Yeah, there was a ton.
I don't think that we can get past that. They did a lot of different techniques that we don't usually see in
Surprised
anime.
I didn't see like thousands of upskirts the way the camera was just coming from the ground or whatever.
Right? Not only that, it just moves through people sometimes too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, is there any other anime that you could think of that really moves like that?
No.
I mean,
I'll
because
have to look it up, but I feel like I have seen something like this where they use a lot of CG and they did try to show off as much as possible. But
Yeah,
Keep
I was
in
about to
mind,
say-
I don't watch all that much anime.
yeah, but I mean, like, this can only be a technique in that can be used in the CG animation style, right?
I don't know. I'm not an expert
I mean,
on
you
this
can't
matter.
draw that. Can
Maybe
you
you
draw
could.
that?
Maybe if you're that skillful, you could.
and you have a lot of time.
I mean, I think you can. What can't you draw? You can draw things that don't exist in
But
3D.
then to animate it would be really hard.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The other,
But hard is not impossible.
the other thing that I would say about this anime is that
Every single background character looked real.
right?
It looked like they could have starred in their own anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a basic slice of life kind of stuff.
Yeah, basically.
I felt, and then like these things moved in about 4 episode arcs. Each character that they fought, Chizuru and Hayate, Lily and Masharu, Hibiki and Kodama.
This.
When I hear Kodama, I think of Kendama. That's what I'm like. But yeah, all of these were moving in about
When I
4.
hear Kodama, I think of kid balls.
What?
Ko means child, and Dama or Tama is ball.
Oh, okay, kid balls.
Yeah.
God bless it. We already did Weeb Word of the Day.
Well, I just want to let you know, like, you seem to be confused as to why I thought kid balls.
All right, hold on. Since we just had one, we're gonna explain this again because we're gonna do this proper.
Oh.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. We
We
are
are
fighting
fighting
dreamers. Julian, you're supposed
No,
to
I
come
give
in.
up. I did not okay this. I did not sign off
Aw,
on
you
this. This
suck.
is not in my contract. I'm just here to be a weeboo.
All right. So, anyways,
This anime definitely had budget compared to the other ones we watch, I say.
and it kind of makes me think of the fact that they were there. I saw a lot of ads when whenever Tazuna fought, they would be like in an Akihabara strip. It looked like there's
Yeah, that
buildings
was his
around
like ziggurat or something.
Yeah.
It was weird.
the city, and
Yeah,
there
true.
were ads everywhere.
But that city was beautiful.
yeah, it was,
Like, oh my god, there was so much detail. Like when they fought Lily and Masaru, like up in the Lily and Masaru were up in the sky, and you could just like look over the city. Like you could tell like every single like individual like
Building.
pane of glass was like you
Yeah.
know individually done. It was
I felt
crazy.
like they definitely could have done it right, but like they kind of went overboard on a little thing.
They
where
went so hard on everything.
I was gonna say episodes 1 through 3 really used way too much CG, and then like as you continue to watch it, your viewership let you kind of get used to it, so then you expected it,
Maybe.
so it wasn't so drastic.
Real talk, I think the only CG stuff that I didn't like was the chains from Bind and
beginning?
Break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
they were just really jarring, and they were just shooting up on screen out of nowhere. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like as I kept watching, I was like, oh, I like all this stuff.
Well, also, I mean, about that though, because of things looking real, I kind of got, and I hated this show for a while because of it. The Amazing World of Gumball combines a lot of different animation
Oh, I love
styles.
Gumball.
I mean, I grew to love it, but
I
like,
love Gumball from the start.
this one, I mean, Handshakers, they had pictures of like real world things, like the curry that Coyote was looking up how to make. That was a real picture of curry.
What was it? I don't remember.
Either that or is whatever kind of
When you
program
were
they used
fooled.
for Final Fantasy 15, because the food looks way too real on that too.
The way I kind of figured this anime is like it's similar to a science fair project where like the kids spend a lot of time. It's like a very high grade. Like
what kind of science
like
fairs were you going to do?
like it's like definitely like A+ project, but then this little brat just happened to have like a jar of glitter, and it just says, "I'm not going to use this for anything else," and then dumped the whole glitter on his project. And it's like, you ruined it.
I disagree.
That's an interesting analogy. I was with you until the kid dumped the glitter. What did the kid dump the glitter on?
The science project.
His project?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just glorified like, all right, I'm going to add some CG to my.
Well, the glitter
science
volcano looks even more impressive than a normal volcano.
It's much like how in PowerPoint, when people learn how to do transitions, you know?
It's like, no, you're doing too much.
They just added all of the transitions they
Stars
could
fly, fade in, fade out, shutters.
Oh yeah, what's that word stuff?
clip
Or
art?
clip
Not
art?
clip art.
I don't know if it's clip art,
but
but it's
whatever
like
the word thing
the
that
giant
makes it,
words
makes like
all the
Word
fonts.
art, I think it's
Word art, yeah, word art, word art.
gonna-
Taking up 3/4 of the page since 1998. Whatever year, I don't know.
Yeah. Other than that, though, like I was thinking about the pacing of the 4-episode arc, the characters to me, they didn't really grow in my eyes. Like characters basically did the same things, except there was a slight bit of understanding. You know, I don't know if you guys
I
can catch
found
my
it amazing how Chizuru, or was that her name? I think it was.
Chizuru, yeah.
Yeah, I think she was just so upbeat the entire time and like
Well, all of
so
them were.
moving forward. I guess you could say that everyone was just very positive.
Everyone
it
was
was
very
like
positive
Thievery.
for losing. Yeah, like they even
After
though
they lost,
they
they
were like,
kind of
that's-
spiraled into depression, but then they jumped right back. You know,
That's the part that like made me feel like what at the fact that like everyone that touched Tazuna and Coyote's life after getting beaten by them would just be, I love you guys together so much. You know what I mean?
like, oh, you guys are cute. I'm
I'm
happy
fine,
to losing.
yeah.
well, you beat me, so it's what. Well, no, even Chizuru said like she's not okay with this. She tried to be the big man like in person, but she's really upset.
Mm-hmm. But then lo and behold, she's dressing up Coyote,
Well, that's
giving them
'cause, you know,
food.
she's accepted it that she lost. You know,
Doesn't mean
don't
that
be
you
a
have to-
sore loser.
It doesn't mean that you have to treat them.
I guess that's the other thing. They never
Yeah,
really explained some of their wishes. Like it's vague.
What?
Like,
No, they explained everyone's wish.
Really?
Yeah.
What was Chizuru's wish?
Chizuru's wish. Okay, so she had that problem where like she wasn't taken seriously.
Because she's Gary Coleman.
Yeah, because of that particular reason, and like she also through that one like she refused to do something or whatever with her company, and like they sent her off to the boonies to work at this shop or whatever she was doing now. Like she just wanted to not be taken as a joke and for people to take her seriously and her opinions to be held valid and be like a real member of the workforce instead of like someone they just brush off like, oh, that's your superior, right? It has to be because he's taller than you and you're a little girl. You know, she didn't want that. And then the other dude, he wanted to stop being such a
Wuss?
no,
Yeah.
not a wuss, but like
not having an ass
more
slapped.
dependable, I guess. Like, because he was always like goofing up, and he
he was a
wanted to
goof.
not be a
He was
goof.
Lily. Male
Yeah.
incarnate of Lily.
Yeah. And then those two, they wanted to be well. Okay, so Lily wanted to be together. Masaru just wanted to play his card game.
Yeah. That's not a wish to fight people for.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I want to deal with my problems at home because their parents were getting divorced. If you don't remember
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
you know,
the
there
dad
was
kind of
troubles
a
at
dick.
home.
Yeah.
Like Lily comes home and the mom's like, "Oh yeah, how are you doing? Oh, you did good on your test. I'm so happy for you." And then Masaru comes home and it's like, "You stupid little prick, I hate you. Just stop going to school if you don't even gonna show up. I hate you." And then he goes off to his room and it's just like that, you know, like
Well, how would you deal with a little prick like that?
hit him.
Oh my god. What about you, Wah? You're being quiet over there.
Oh, I mean, it's
Do you understand their wishes?
I mean, like they never really like. Yeah, they're like. I mean, it's kind of. it's kind of obvious what their wish was, but I don't think they ever like stated like, "Oh, this is my wish" kind of thing. Like I think for the idol, you kind of expect
They said their wish. She wanted to be an idol. She wanted to be the most loved and super popular. And
I guess I must have missed that,
Hibiki wanted her the same thing for her.
Well, I just want to know what Wal would do with his child if he wasn't performing well and just wanted to play card games.
Oh yeah, what would you do to them?
Oh, live with another relative, like out in the country.
Dad, you're just gonna kick me out like that, man?
Yeah, go out to the country with his own card game. Learn how to be responsible. Not my problem anymore.
You played card games when you were young, Dad?
Yeah, but I did my work. I went to school.
Damn, you just kick your son out. Boarding school. That was
Boruto?
Boruto. Alright. Yeah, I mean, like, so... They lost their wish, and then because of that, they ended... Well, I think if anyone...
They made the best of their situation.
To me, it just felt like they just kept doing what they were doing.
Exactly. You know? Your life as a handshaker is over. You just have to move past that. It's like how Mob from Mob Psycho 100, you know? Just because he has his cool Esper powers doesn't make him different from everyone else. He still sucks at running. So he's just going to act like a normal human. You know?
All right, then. With all that being said, then I guess we can go into final judgments. I guess I'll go first this time.
Sure, do it. Sigurd, what did you think of
Dad.
handshakers?
So,
Ooh, I like it.
I would probably. Oh, sorry, I'm going to preface this with. Eventually, we're going to come up with a different rating system.
One day.
Right now, we're doing the number thing, so I'm sorry for that. But if I had to give handshakers a rating, I believe the highest that I've given any of the anime that we've reviewed so far was with B Project, surprisingly, which had Shikamaru in it as well.
What did we give that?
I gave it a 6, I believe.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would give Handshakers, honestly, a 6.5. It was stomachable. The cast was like, you know what? No, you know what? I'll give it a full 7. It wasn't that bad. This was a 7. It's a C. It's an anime that I could follow the plot line. There were slight twists, and cast was likable. Music was good. Animation is something definitely we're not used to. Too much fisheye, and what do you call it? Zooming camera, the layer lens wannabe-esque thing. But they're trying
used,
something
like, every
new.
filter they could.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying something new. I'm pretty sure they'll have it figured out for their prequel season that's coming up.
Yeah, it was announced like maybe like an episode.
No, that's episode 13. It's not a season.
Oh, the prequel?
That thing that Wah showed us the other day? That's just one episode.
Oh, okay.
it's
I
one
thought that was a
episode?
whole nother season. Okay.
I was looking forward to that because since
We were
people said,
looking forward to it.
yeah, because Makihara and Nagaoka were way cooler, and I wanted to see them fight people. Anyway, so yeah, solid 7 from my book. This is probably one of the best animes for this podcast that we watched. It's definitely better than Blood of Wars. It's definitely better than Scarlet Riders X.
It doesn't take much to be better than those two.
So yeah, how about we move on to Julian?
I love this.
You love it.
I love this anime. It's crazy how much. Oh man,
Because your taste for like what's good, you loved a girl, Tengen Top and Girl Lagan.
Yes,
And
Kill la
you
Kill.
loved Kill la Kill.
Yes.
Those are the two that I know that you definitely loved.
Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah,
and,
I like that.
One Punch.
yeah,
And Boku no Hero Academy.
yeah. You guys are naming either really old or really new stuff.
I just don't know how Handshakers fits those.
Yo, okay. So there was that one when Break and Bind were beaten, and Tazuno just went like right through them, and he posed with his sword right afterwards, and the
really good.
smoke cloud explosion just went like. That was just like when Kamina finished off Thalim with his Giga Drill break, and oh my god, it was from there. I was like, this is gonna be a good anime. Like, I just love the way they presented stuff. Like, everything looked gorgeous, and it really got me hype, and I was looking forward to the next episode whenever we finished one. I wasn't sitting there being like, I wish this was over. I was like, oh, what's coming next?
Because you kept messaging me, Sigurd, did you start watching it yet? And I thought that you were like, this anime sucks and I want to poop on you for
He
kind
did
of
a good job of like not hinting out that it was
just that.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, you better watch it soon.
Which he didn't.
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, no, I really liked it. I don't think the plot was very strong, but I thought the characters they were great. I loved the lolly chick. She was
Chizuto?
so positive. Yes.
Yeah.
She was
She's
she
pretty
was
cool.
so supportive, and everyone else was cool. The music was good. Oh my god, the music was really, really good.
It was really on point. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys just heard Dust Trail. It's pretty good.
and there's more like that. You know, it's a bunch of winners,
So,
in my opinion.
so score
I'd give it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That is a pretty solid anime
I think
for
that's
you.
the highest you gave on.
This is-
AMC.
this is
for
the
sure.
best-
That's the best.
This is the best anime I've seen here
All right.
in this podcast. This podcast is the best anime we've watched.
Bring us home.
I love it.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. The only thing I really have against it is like the visual. Like sometimes the CG and the camera movement was over the top. Like it wasn't necessary. Like I felt like it could have been better, but it was pretty good overall. Like I enjoyed it. It shouldn't have gotten as much hate as I felt like, because I felt like it was like way worse that we seen or that might be out there.
Skyriders X.
Card Riders X.
Blood Voice would probably be like my absolute worst one I ever seen. But yeah, I think I'll give it a solid 7. Like it's
Solid 7?
It's anime. It has an anime, and it's got your standard anime plot and everything. But it was good. Music and everything was good. Could use some work, but yeah, it's a solid 7.
All right. So with that, we'll move into almost our closing segment. This is the part where we would talk to you, the listeners. If
only you talked to
If
us.
only you talk to us.
You gotta know how to send emails.
Notice me, senpais.
If you guys listen
Senpai
all the way
Tachi.
to the end or see our descriptions, you will see the ways to contact us. You can email us, you can tweet at us, or you can even write on our Facebook directly to our messages. I'm listening, waiting, and willing to reply to all of you guys. So hopefully we'll get some things in the end.
Help him out.
But for now, we have been hitting the web for Yahoo Answers, trying to answer the questions of poor souls that need some guidance. So I'm going to start off with this one from... Did they write their name? No,
A lot of times they don't.
They do not. So for this one, it says, handshaking question for guys? Okay, guys. How many of you out there try to measure a guy's position on the food chain or profession by noticing how soft their hands are when shaking hands? So, like when you shake hands for an initial reaction with someone? This guy's saying, do you judge the character of the person by how soft their hands are?
Probably not how soft, but how hard they're trying to choke out my hand, maybe.
Mhm.
Because, like, if the harder they grab, I'm like, alright, are you trying to do a power move on me, or are you trying to... Are you trying to assert dominance? Because I don't like this. Just take my hand
I
like
don't
a...
like you asserting dominance on me.
like, just take my hand like a normal person. Like, just a casual, like, handshake. You don't have to crush my hands, please.
What about
But
you?
I never really test how, like, soft someone's hand is.
No,
It's
what
kinda
about
weird.
you?
Well, I mean, so for me, the way I think about it, it makes me go back to John Steinbeck with Mice and Men. When they're shaking the hands of the man that is like the farm owner land person's son or something. No, this guy is dating the owner's daughter, and he always kept his left hand in a leather glove filled with Vaseline.
Oh,
Keep
I
his
forgot
hands
about
soft.
that.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I've never read this
they
book.
were implying that for when he touches the lady that he has to have soft hand, and he's a farm hand, so he's dealing with a lot of rough work. I think that this is something that maybe in different areas of our country it would make more sense, where hard blue collar work, where if you're a mechanic or something like that, of course working with your hands it's gonna get a little bit
Tense. Or...
intense, strong, more callousy or something, because it shows that you're doing physical hard work. But for me, I mean, I work in a lab. We wear latex gloves all the time, so my hand's not going to get hard. So no, I don't judge a man by the softness of their hands. It is what, like you said, the grip, and if they try to go for a power move. Me, I like to go for touching their elbow before they touch or pull at me. Just to show, hi, I'm here and you're here. I mean, my dream handshake, though, is to go for the bro ham, where you grab each other's forearm instead and do the well met. That's always fun. So if that guy does that, yeah, I'm going to judge him. I'm like, you're a good man. That's what you are,
You know what I was going to do.
Yeah. Well met. So what about you, Julian?
I've never, ever thought about the softness of someone else's hand.
Right? Yeah.
Like, when I found out that, how you shake someone's hand is actually a thing and whatever. Like, I thought to myself, I guess I'll pay attention to that from now on. But I never, like, thought of it as, like, how dominant they were or how assertive they were, but I was instead thinking of, like, how they're trying to show me what they are. And so I just meet them with whatever strength they meet me with. And I've never noticed anything about the softness or suppleness of their skin.
All right, next question. It's kind of a riddle. How many handshakers are there? 10 ladies are in a room. Each lady shakes with each of the other once. How many handshakers are there?
I need a calculator.
Well, how would you answer this one, Wah?
How dare you give me a math problem? I haven't done math in so long. I
Tell me if you concede and I'll give you my answer.
I heard this problem before, but I just forgot how to solve it, so you know what, I'm gonna take the loser way out and I'm gonna concede. I don't know how to solve this problem.
Alright, that's fine. Julian is going on with his answer.
No, what is your answer, Sigurd?
No, I can't tell you my answer. I'm the one who saw the answers, so...
Come on, Julian.
Oh, there's an answer there?
Yeah, there's an answer. But
Of course there's an answer.
Well,
it's
well-
not a mystery.
So, while Julian's doing his math, handshaking, I mean, it's usually seen as a gentleman's greeting. Usually, I mean, you shake the hands of ladies, right?
Ladies shake hands too. I've shaken a lady's
Why
hand.
would you subjugate them from not having their hand
Well,
shaken?
I mean, like, if it's all about dominance and power moves on other guys, like, I'm not going to try to crush the hand of a nice
yeah, see, that's
person,
what I'm saying.
you know?
Like, it's not. It shouldn't be about dominance or anything.
It should just be a greeting.
Yeah, it's a greeting. It's like, oh, nice to meet you. Like,
I mean, I just met a few people last night at a mixer for a game night. I shook all the girls' hands as well, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really shake hands with people often, I guess, you know? I usually just give them a salute and a head nod.
yeah. Or like,
hi, nice to meet
like,
you.
So,
Yeah, hi. How's it going? You can't see me doing the salute,
he
guys,
gave me the wink and the gun.
but... No, I didn't
I
gun at him.
I assume I got the job when he gave me the wink and the gun.
All right, Julian.
I didn't need a calculator, but I think it's 108.
108. All right. My answer is none, because none of them have the power to bring in the ziggurat. So how can any of them be handshakers?
Wow, true weeb
Yeah,
here.
however,
What's the real answer?
I mean,
need to know.
all these people are saying 45 hands were shaken, and there's 10 ladies, 10 handshakers, because those 10 people are shaking the hands of other people, but 45 different hands would have been shaken. Because the question is not really written well. So, if this is a math
I
problem,
hope I'm right.
they needed to ask something else. I don't even know the formula that you would write for that.
So I think it's like
Because I mean, the fact that they said that they only shake each other's hands once makes me think that it is a math problem.
so the first lady would shake 9 other people's hands, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what
Then
I'm
the second
thinking.
lady would only be able to shake 8 people's hands because she already shook the first lady's hands, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
then,
sure. Wouldn't it be like the 10 with the exclamation mark or
yeah.
whatever?
So then
I don't
the next
remember
one, the third
formulas,
lady
guys.
would only be able to shake 7, and the
Yeah.
fourth would only be able to 6, and
It's an algebra.
yeah,
and so that's what 108 equals. So I'm assuming that one.
thinking it was like
Let's just
close-
hope I'm right
yeah.
because I normally am.
I was thinking it was close to 100, but I'm not sure. Like, it's again, my math is super off. So
All right, cool. Let's go to the next question before I
Yes.
feel even more stupid.
Nice. So hopefully our viewers can.
Slam us.
For how
Send us
bad-
an email about how bad I am in math.
Yeah.
please show us your work at daijocrew@gmail.com.
You don't need to show work. Just give us answers.
no,
No,
no.
show the work. I'm not comfortable just knowing.
How
Knowing
many
is not
people
enough.
are going to write 42? That's what I want to know. Do you guys know that reference? 42.
I know and don't
Isn't
care.
that the meaning of life?
Yeah, good job. All right. Why are my hands always cold? My hands are always cold. Why?
Have you tried going to a warmer place?
Have you tried putting them in your pants?
So Julian's answer is just put them in nature's pocket.
Either the front or
Losses
the back.
relocate.
I mean, hey, if your hands are always cold, you might have a disease.
I think it just might be a circulation issue.
Yeah, it could be, dude. Like, you know, who knows?
I don't know.
There's lots of. You shouldn't be asking Yahoo Answers. You should go to a doctor and get this checked.
I mean,
But
my
please
hands
try
are
these
usually,
other advice first. You don't want to freak out your doctor or anything.
No, you do.
usually my hands are always warm.
I'm pretty warm too. I guess.
my hands are always in my pants.
I've always, I mean, I always like wondered. There was this guy who was saying like he can heat up a rock to like not scorching hot, but like reasonably hot. Yeah, reasonably hot with just his hand. And I try it with when I'm trying to bring reagents out of freezing, and I can bring it up to about room temperature pretty quick.
Cool.
Nice brag.
Thanks,
That's humble
man.
brag.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right, next question. Holding hands. Me and my girlfriend are going to hold hands for the first time. Any tips?
Wow, how low.
All right, step 1, ditch her. Girlfriends are lame and they got cooties. Step 2, that's the end. There's no more other steps. You're done. Congrats. You didn't play yourself. You played her.
What about
Hashtag waste her time 2017.
Oh my god. Well, what about you? Any tips?
Don't do it out in public. That's disgusting.
Yeah, you might have some lady who does like cam videos on the side come and scream at you about things.
I forgot about that. We had to have them.
Slut.
Wow, our world.
Crazy, huh?
No, because there's always the meme circulating with anime and manga where like, oh my god, the characters are holding hand. How erotic.
Yeah.
That's my fetish.
For me, you guys are totally being weebs, by the way.
Yeah.
It shows. But for me, if you're going for the first time to hold your current girlfriend's hand, maybe you haven't been. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm glad you had to specify.
It could be passed. Anyways, if you're going for like that first handhold, I understand that it can be awkward, especially on your age, depending on how old you are. But I mean, all that you really do, at least the move that I did, is just while you're walking in public,
just make sure someone shady passes by you and grip her tightly. Just say, "I'm protecting
No
you."
power move. Don't squeeze and
yeah,
pull.
don't squeeze. You just kind of like, I don't know, you walk next to her and then you just kind of bump your hand into hers and then try to see if your finger loops or not, you know?
Well,
and
that's
then,
not consensual. You calm down with this. You're teaching them
so
bad
like,
things.
If you bump hands and they think that you're going for the hand, it's not like a smack knot, you know? Like, I can't show you what I'm talking about because it's a podcast, but it's just kind of like a little, like,
Podcast.
you know, little tap.
Not one of these.
Yeah, definitely not one of those. It's just, you know, like, oh, I missed, you know, kind of thing. Or you could just say, like, can I hold your hand? The Beatles did it, right? I want to hold your hand.
I don't know. I don't listen to the Beatles.
That's a good song. But, all right.
I'll probably beg to differ.
Don't squeeze the crap out of their hand. Don't
try and pop their fingers.
Yeah, don't Donald Trump yank them either, you know? Like, just hold their hand.
Don't also grab her by the...
Oh my god, okay, anyways, moving on.
Cut the feed!
I found a pack of shumai written in Japanese in the freezer. I don't know what the hell the package is saying, and I'm kind of hungry right now. So should I eat it? Should I risk getting food poisoning, or should I do what every other man out there would do? Venture beyond my boundaries and take a chance. What should you do? You find a random pack of food in the freezer. This is like D&D, like text RPG. You come across a random freezer. Opening the freezer, you find a pack of shumai. What do you do?
So first, I check if there's an expiration date.
Mm-hmm. He said there's a bunch of stuff written on it. You just can't read it.
He didn't say you can't read it. The expiration date could be in, you know, Roman or alphanumeric, whatever we use. I don't know. And then once I confirm that there is an expiration date, I will eat it anyways. Doesn't really matter what the expiration date said. It's frozen. I don't care. It's not going to be good quality anyways. Just do it.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like shumai isn't the type of thing you can just kind of leave in your fridge and eat later. It's kind of fresh or not.
I believe it was a freezer, though.
Yeah, a freezer. They sell
so it's
frozen
like
shumai as well.
I literally have frozen dumplings in the freezer right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The future is now.
I only ever had it at dim sum, so I never had frozen shumai.
Wow, you should venture beyond your boundaries.
I guess I should.
Like
I
every
would have
other
played it
man.
safe. I don't think I would have eaten it. Because I'm hesitant on how to cook things, and I'm probably not going to cook it well. And there's sometimes pork in shumai.
Microwave, 5 minutes.
Oh no, I put 50 minutes.
Yeah, and then you're like, you know, TSM burning down the house with a microwave.
We do the KSM. No problem.
And then I'd be happy.
Yeah, you would be.
All right, last question, guys. Well, no, not last. Second to last. Is it okay to date your half-brother? Is it?
Let me ask you guys something. Is it okay to date your whole brother?
No.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, just no.
Both
Don't date your sibling.
I'm not sold.
There's
Listen,
other fish
man.
in the sea. You ought to go the one you ought to go home.
Love finds a way.
Look, I got you. All right.
What do you
we're
got?
We're gonna go past the whole "it's your family, don't date your family" rule, and past the genetic rule too. All right. Here, much like how many people cherish the friendship that you have with an individual, right? Like you might have a friend of the opposite sex or the sex that you're attracted to, and you would love to see if you can go to the next level, but it might not work out. And then if it doesn't work out, it's just awkward after that. A lot of times people don't maintain friendship after being in a relationship. And this is your brother or your half brother or your sister or your half sister.
Your family.
This is your family. Do you want to be weird and awkward and spiteful of your family if it doesn't work out?
No, you're a great guy, so why wouldn't they like you?
Things happen in a relationship,
No,
man.
they'll be fine.
No, Julian, come on. Tell me.
Man.
If it doesn't work out.
They're your family. They understand. You're a good guy.
Maybe it's a dysfunctional family and they don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, why would you want to date them anyways?
What if they want to go date Uncle
Maybe
Grandpa
that's a
now
lot.
since you can date their brother? Why don't they dating Uncle Grandpa?
Uncle Grandpa's a special case. I think it's all right.
All right, go watch Ora Emo some more, Julian.
I'd
I
have
like
to
how
watch
you
it for the
want us
first
to-
time, but that definitely sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like how you want us to stop talking about incest, but you picked a question directly about incest.
Who says he picked that question?
I did not pick this
You could
question.
have picked that question, Wall.
I did not pick that question, but it's up there and he chose it.
I chose all the questions we found.
No, you skipped a few, I think.
Oh, okay. We'll go back to your... I'm sorry. Wall wanted to answer this question here. Why do golfers wear a glove only on one hand, and why the left hand?
Yeah, why? I don't know.
Oh my god, my dad is a golfer, and he told me once, and I can't quite remember, but the way you hold a golf club is really weird.
Grip and technique is everything.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
And
know.
you wear your golf glove on the non-dominant hand. So
Yes,
if you're
there's that.
left-handed, you would wear it on your right hand. Reason being is that when you're swinging for the follow-through, the hand that is guiding is the what do you call it? The non-dominant hand, because your power's coming from your primary hand from that full swing. So that guiding hand needs to have the proper grip because you don't have as much control with it, and that's what the glove is for, so it doesn't go flying in weird directions.
So why not wear a glove for both hands? So
Because then the grip strength would be too strong for the right hand, not letting you to really. Because it's like swinging a baseball bat. You let go with the hand that you're really.
well, every time I see golfer, they still
I
hold
like
it
how
with
he's
both
telling
hands.
you the answer, and then you're just like, no. No. I
Look,
refuse this answer.
If they held their golf club with the full grip instead of when they follow through, they loosened up the right hand. That's why it goes across the shoulder wall. If they held it straight,
I'm
it
not
would
a
go
golfer.
straight
I never
up.
played golf, so
Well,
this is all new to me.
You're the one that asked this question, and we're telling you now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sigurd's not wrong.
It's like it didn't look like they used both hands, but
They do, but once they release, okay, so
okay, I get it. They
how,
released it.
hold,
They-
hold your hand to hold your left arm like this to your left. Just have it stretched out. Stretch it out, Wall. Stretch it out.
It is just out.
This is
To
great.
over here, up in the air.
Great.
And then try
Yeah,
and
yeah.
touch it with your right hand. Try and touch both your hands together. Oh, does it not go that far?
What?
All right. Anyways,
Once you get to a certain point, the grip releases and you can't get that far. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And now I know.
Do
the
you
more
really though?
knowledge is power, and friendship is power. And so these are friends giving knowledge. This is the most powerful we've ever been,
Next
guys.
question.
All right. What is a quote that you guys use in your daily life? What's a motto quote? Like much how Kodama had quoted Sunsei, Gandhi, some English
Sunsei?
poet. Sunsei.
I think the 28th
Sun Tzu?
president
Sun
that no
Tzu?
one really heard of.
Yeah, the 44th president. Wait, 44th?
No,
Or just the 4th?
I think
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah, Woodrow Wilson.
That nobody ever heard of. Get the fuck out of here.
Wilson is the atomic bomb one. Isn't
Oh
he?
my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I
After
don't know.
Kennedy. It's okay. No?
No, Kennedy was in the 60s. You're thinking of FDR.
But Kennedy was assassinated, and then who was his vice president?
I don't remember.
Sorry, that's
Nixon.
no.
Nixon came after Kennedy, but no, he wasn't his vice president.
If you guys really do want to listen to a podcast about presidents, you might want to check out Elliot Kalin's podcast, Presidents Are People Too, which is part of the Max Fun Network. That's just a little plug. Anyways, so yeah, what's a quote?
Grandma once said this: chase two birds, catch two birds.
Why are you laughing? You
I'm sorry, because that's from Common Writer, right?
Sure
But
is.
which one?
Kabuto.
I remember that in my acceptance speech. I think you were there. Were you there, or did I just tell you?
I think you just told me.
In my acceptance speech to Sac State's Science Education Equity Program for my goodbye, I got to say a speech, and I quoted two different Common Writers.
About tomorrow's pants.
And that was the Common Writer that I quoted. Grandma once said.
Everyone said a lot of
Yeah,
things.
Grandma did say a lot of things. That's beautiful.
A truly famous store does not put out advertisements.
Is that another thing Grandma said? Right. What about you, Do you have a quote?
Treat people the way you want to be treated. It was told to me by a teacher when I was little, and it just always stick with me because I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, I'm like, that's brilliant. That's like,
Why did we pick quotes?
All right, and
Kodama.
so for me,
For you.
I've lived.
I hope I didn't steal yours.
No, no, you didn't. For most of my life, when I was in leadership positions or needed to make decisions, I lived by this, which was expect the worst, hope for the best, but don't ever get caught trying. However, I heard also expect the worst, hope for the best, and take all that comes. And it's just like, I don't know, whenever I go through any kind of decision, if there's multiple answers of situations that could happen, I am definitely prepared for the worst, but I know what I want to happen. I just try to go through all the things that could happen and prepare for it. So it's definitely a motto that has carried me very far. So
If there's a hole, it's a man's job to fill it.
thanks, Grandma.
That's not from Grandma.
That's
That
not
is
Grandma?
from
hope it's not from
Ryoma
Grandma.
Nagare.
I think the most common quote that graduates always say is "Shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll wind up amongst
I
the
feel
stars."
like that's from Eminem.
I know that it's from something. It's been said many times.
Yeah, probably.
But anyways, moving on to the last part of our podcast now.
Part where we
guys.
plug our email.
No, that's gonna be that's Jonathan's.
I think
Stick.
I think we're gonna plug it too with, it's daijokru@gmail.com.
All right, good job.
Yep.
No, the last part of our podcast is recommendations. So, I mean, obviously we kind of enjoyed this one, but if you had to go for like a club banger, something that definitely would
I want to
satisfy
recommend
the
this one.
taste.
This is good. People, you need to watch it. It's
You
not
gotta
bad.
watch- you gotta watch-
It does not deserve the rap it gets.
You gotta recommend something else besides handshakers with it.
I don't like this.
Handshake a prequel.
One episode. What do you recommend, Sigurd?
I recommend a movie instead. Summer Wars had a lot of CG in it as well. It's kind of one of the first anime movies that I had seen that used CG as a primary medium. Summer Wars is a programmer. Basically, think Digimon, but not Digimon.
That's exactly what I thought that entire
was
time.
like,
I thought it was Digimon movie
It's
one.
like Digimon mixed with Mega Man NT Warrior, where there's a virus that's wreaking havoc on the internet, and the people that can deal with it are in a remote location. It's a story of family bonding, of a man coming to terms with what he can do, and the potential of a child to change the world. So, definitely, I know a lot of people are watching Your Name. I don't know how to say the Japanese title of it.
Kimi no Nawa?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
as
was
it's
it.
playing in the U.S. theaters, and many people, my friends and all that, are saying how much they enjoyed it, how much they're
I've
crying.
been meaning to watch it.
I want to watch it as well. but Summer Wars is probably one of, besides the Hayao Miyazaki films, one of the
Anime was a mistake.
best Japanese films that I've seen. So Summer Wars is my recommendation.
Cool. Who's next?
I guess
Is
it's
it Wall?
me.
You guys can just talk. I don't have to introduce who goes next.
I was waiting for Julian to talk, but anyways, in a sense of oppositeness,
What?
in a sense of like something opposite of Handshaker, I'll probably recommend Kill la Kill, where the animation was very, what they didn't use as much CGG or CGI, and story was about as weird but very well told. So I'll recommend that one.
Kill la Kill.
Very
Crazy.
popular. So
That was one
if
of,
you haven't-
that was one of the most hypest anime to have.
well, it deserves a hype. Okay.
All right. I'll go for a curveball here. I'll recommend a series that I didn't like as much as Handshakers. Star Driver.
Did you recommend Star Driver for
For what? Skyriders X?
Star Riders X?
check
Probably
the
I
tape.
did. I
Check
don't
the
know.
tape.
It's okay, but what's it about?
Really, I would recommend Handshakers. Do it. It's good. If you like pretty things, it'll be pretty for you.
All right.
mean-
So yeah, definitely check out Handshakers.
Yeah. Star Driver's kind of like Handshakers. It has that really nice dramatic flair to it. The plot is kind of interesting, and then it just dies terribly, badly. Loud, audible sigh. Yeah, I mean, character's likable though, just like Handshakers.
All right. So
It has to do with some dude 1v1ing someone else in some alternate world. Except here it's people 2v2ing other people.
Protecting your
Instead
girl.
of zero time space, it's in the ziggurat. And they have... What are they? Star Drivers?
that's what I'm going to call them. I haven't seen Star Driver in so long.
Oh, what are the mechs called? I
They're
forgot.
mechs.
I thought
Well,
it was
instead of Nimrods-
I think it was like side something.
Oh, side bodies. Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of
side
Nimrods, they have side bodies.
Yeah, side bodies.
So it's basically the same thing.
Hmm.
You have a main character who just started out and he's beating everyone. No problem. Whatever.
He grows.
All
I
right.
guess. His hair changes color too, very often.
He's
It's
like,
basically the same anime except done better.
you just keep going every time I try. You're done.
Every time. You know, you want me to go in depth with this? I'll go. I'll keep on going and going and going.
Jonathan, play us out. Play us out.
No. All right. So, thank you so much for listening, guys. Jonathan will definitely be able to tell you how to reach us. But again, our platforms are usually through email, Facebook, and Twitter.
Or Yahoo Answers if you're lucky.
Definitely. And so with that, I'll close out. I've been your host, Sigurd.
I am Wall the human still.
I'm Julian. I'm not gonna say who I am. I'm the Genesis cow, Julian Gara.
All right.
I'm the Brave King.
Hi, producer Jonathan here. Thanks for making it through that episode of the Daijo Crew. You may have noticed that we had some audio difficulties, and unfortunately, it wasn't anything we could fix without re-recording the whole thing. As a reminder, the podcast is finally on iTunes, so if you like what you hear, go into your podcast app and leave us a rating and review. You can contact the Daijo Crew at facebook.com/Daijo Crew. You can follow them on Twitter at Daijo Crew, or you can email daijocrew@gmail.com. Daijo Crew, of course, is DAIJOUCREW@gmail.com or /Daijo Crew or at Daijo Crew on Twitter. Thanks for listening.